We go to the message of Uwazurike. That's why we come today to give a little analysis on how we understand the games they are playing. I will analyze according to my own understanding. There is something cooking. There is something cooking. Something is cooking, which we must anyhow analyze to our people, the people who is trying to understand the way we think, the people who is trying to reason with us. We will welcome your comments. We will highly welcome your comments.
Good evening, everyone. As always, people have been asking me, wanting to know my position on the.
Yeah, in case if you join us, our message today is that since Asare Dokubo has come openly to prove how he want to eliminate Igbo people, how he want to kill Igbo people, and how he has been killing Igbo people. You understand? How he want to kill Igbo people, how he has been killing Igbo people, which the evidence is there, speaking loud. So, our Prime Minister have sent a message to Uwazurike to come and make himself clear for us to know who is working with Asare Dokubo and who is not working with Asare Dokubo. And Uwazurike has come and display videos, which we found out that it is necessary we analyze it. Something you must find out here under our own free thinking analysis is there is Ojukwu, there is Uwazurike, there is Nnamdi Kanu, and there is Simon Ekpa. You cannot dispute this fact. You can't dispute this fact. And each and every one of them has a role he is playing. Then inside this place now, you will hear when Uwazurike said what he said before, that he now stand for the release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, no matter what. Then we will go inside analysis here. When we are analyzing, if you come here, you share. If you come here, we like your comments. Through your comments, we will know who is really understanding what is happening and who is not understanding what is happening. Within us, we found out that there is something Uwazurike need from our Prime Minister. There is something Uwazurike need from our Prime Minister. And there is something our Prime Minister need from Uwazurike. These are two games playing here now. And we will explain according to our free thinking without anything inside us. We will say it. If you like it, you take it. If you don't like it, tell us how to say it. That is it. We are not afraid of making any mistake. Rather, when you correct us in any mistake we may do, analyzing this video now, then you correct us. We played the game here, the power of divide and rule. Yeah, our people is here. Isbo, Mazi, good evening. Yeah, welcome. We are enjoying you when you write us something. Now we have come to think. So if you are here now, when we bring out our own, if you think we don't say it good, this is where the problem starts. How does Nnamdi Kanu and the Simon Ekpa, how does our own problem start? Something happened, which is a very great war in between Nnamdi Kanu and the Uwazurike. Do you know Uwazurike arrested Mazen Nnamdi Kanu on the day of his traditional wedding? He took him inside the bush. He naked him. He flogged him. He summoned the people to flog him, and he asked women to urinate upon the head of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. These are facts. These are figures. Then Mazen Namdekano says, they did all these things to subdue him. They did all these things to make sure to try if they can silence the truth. But Mazen Namdekano made it open that no matter what you do, we will push the truth out. Mazen, please, this is spiritual. Read this. This is who Namdekano truly at. Okay, can I read it now? I am inside news. I will read it later, please. Now, Biafran struggle is spiritual. A better Peter, completely spiritual, and that's why sometimes you will see that we keep quiet. If we don't have clear message, we will keep quiet. Sometimes you will see us vibrating to search for messages. Sometimes we will experience that something strange is coming inside this autopilot. We will begin to scatter, trying to find out where the information is. Some people may misinterpret it. Some people may understand it. But only with the true conscience, you will know who is really trying to dig out the hidden truth. Who is really trying to bring out the hidden truth. Then if you know how to restore Biafra, what you have to do is to understand the spiritual agenda of that person. Then you can be able to then know how to help out. You understand? Then, Obasurike, thank you for joining. Then, you will begin to see, if I am here now, one thing I want you to understand is, you see Ojukwu started this journey. Nobody can dispute it. Uwazurike was handed over this journey. Nobody can dispute it. Nnamdi Kanu autopiloted himself out of Masob. When he see that Uwazurike is not making the right move, are you getting it? Then he autopiloted himself out of Masob and joined what they called IPOB of today, which is Indigenous People of Biafra, which Uwazurike is inside, Asari Kotokobo is inside, Simon Ekpa is inside, Ojukwu is inside, Kalabari is inside, every other person is inside. You are now Indigenous People of Biafra, indigenous person. You can't dispute it. Nyanwodo is inside indigenous man. Ken Sarowiwa is inside indigenous man. Wike is inside indigenous man. All those people that betrayed Nnamdi Kanu are indigens. That is the power of indigenous people of Biafra, and that's why it is a spirit. Then we listen to Uwazurike, and we will try to analyze. We will try to analyze a little for you to know where we pick out something. And our title says, with more than 1,000 men wisdom, the hope is clear. You understand? I am analyzing my own. Whoever that is watching should think with me. Our prime minister has more than 1,000 men wisdom. And we have entered his table and we have seen how that 1,000 men wisdom function. You understand? So that's why we tag this thing here. We said, with more than 1,000 men wisdom, the hope is clear. Now, let us bring you in here. Our prime minister is looking for something in the hand of Uwazurike, while Uwazurike is looking for something from our prime minister. If you are with me, try to tell us if you are getting what we are doing here by in the comment section, please. Ichie Oguogo, thank you. Tell us if you think, because Uwazurike has come out many times. He said it is better for Nigerian government to come and arrest him and leave Nnamdi Kanu. When we begin to promote this thing, some of people who never understand, some people that has not understand, good evening. Yes, we need critical thinkers. Some people that has not understand, they say, oh, Uwazurike has betrayed. Mazi, what you see Asare Dokubo did play on social media is too deep. Yes, in collaboration with Ejiofor. Yes, we know, very, very deep. Very, very deep indeed. Very, very deep indeed. You understand? Asari Dokubo, we are not here to defend Asari Dokubo in case. But Asari Dokubo is two-faced person. Asari Dokubo don't have to say. But there are things we are digging out. Asari Dokubo joined the force with Raf Uwazurike. And inside this place now, you will see when Raf Uwazurike said that when they formed de facto government, he found out that why they formed the de facto government with Uchemefo, that de facto government was formed only to criticize Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And he told them he can never be part of this thing because he has found out that Nnamdi Kanu is his own pride. You understand now? Uwazurike said Simon Ekpa made himself leader. Wait, Simon Ekpa made himself leader, not to man Nnamdi Kanu again, because he no longer he know that Nnamdi Kanu is in the SA dungeon and he can't do anything now. But he recognized Nnamdi Kanu as the leader now because he is in the SA dungeon. Yes, these are the kind of comments we want to be reading. Jude Chizoba. If Simon Ekpa did not make himself prime minister, the movement will not go inside government. That's why we know already what Biafran needs before we join Simon Ekpa and promote him and vote him to become Biafran prime minister. Then he can speak, because he said we cannot take information from Mazen Nnamdi Kanu under captivity, under duress. But inside the SA dungeon, Uwazurike now had come out to say that he wanted Nnamdi Kanu to come out for him to go inside. All these things are games being played. Then we continue from here. Our priest, Diana says, the God of justice that gives wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, skill, will continue to strengthen you, IPOB Autopilot. Thank you. We are digging the history, bringing out akosi akụkọ ndị mmadụ ya akọ nke ha ya akọ. Then you get here from where the ministry were borrowed. You go back to the taproot of the problem. Igbo people have what they call fundamental problem, which they can easily fall into the trap of the setup called divide and rule. On the 8th of April 2023, Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoku was voted as PM under election. Ebere Peter, via the witness, we voted him to become the prime minister. Now let us analyze what Uwazurike said, because our prime minister sent a message that Uwazurike, come and clarify yourself from the activity, this deadly activity of Asari Dokubo. Asari Dokubo is the same person who says that Biafra is the only solution. We played it here. That Biafra is the only solution. Without Biafra, there is no solution. But because of low thinking and the low memory, that's why you see Asari Dokubo doesn't know where he belongs. Uwazurike finally found out that without Nnamdi Kanu, all his effort is in vain. That's why he began to understand now, because Ojukwu fought this war. And he says, he who fight and run away lives to fight another day. He went to Ivory Coast. We also went to Ivory Coast in Kantie, Biafra, and he visited where Ojukwu slept and the area where they give to, which they gave to him. Then he returned and handed the movement to Uwazurike. This thing is the thing that is provoking vacuum here. And we are speaking under, picking some of the wisdom inside the 100 main wisdom, which Chukwuokike Abiama has given our prime minister to join inside 555 vision to analyze what we want to analyze today. And what we want to analyze today now is Uwazurike is demanding for something from Simon Ekpa. Why Simon Ekpa is demanding for something from Uwazurike? Let us continue and let us analyze this thing. If you think the way I think, please, I would like your comment, please.
Issues going on the social media. Aside Kuba did this, aside Kuba didn't do this. They have not heard about you. We have not heard from you.
Are you hearing it clear, please?
There's nothing wrong if you want to know my opinion on issues. I have always said that anything involving Biafran.
If you are hearing it clear, please, the volume is very low here. If you are hearing it clear, please let me know, so I will not be worried.
Come to the social media to condemn or to discuss.
Thank you.
I said that Biafran should have a platform where the organizations will come together to discuss through their representatives. I'm not in support of coming on the social media to attack one another or to criticize anybody. But if anything happens, people say, you haven't said something. Why don't I say something? Not remembering what your position is.
Hey, ¿sabes cuáles son los dos tipos de traders que existen? Los que funden sus cuentas como...
Some people even came to say, Uwazurike and Hasari Dokubo are meeting to do this and that. And they want me to talk. They want to hear from me. Then they have to overreach me by telling lies. You always want me to say something. And you know, if you tell lies against me, I will put a rebuttal. I come out to say you're a liar. Then Uwazurike has spoken. You have made Uwazurike to speak. There was a time a woman in South Africa came up to say, Asari Dokubo and Uwazurike conspired and brought Nnamdi Kanu from camp. I made a video. I said, that was lies. Asari Dokubo also said, yes, he did it, but not with Uwazurike. That if you want to accuse, you should accuse him. So please, I want to tell you people, separate me from anything Asari Dokubo. I think that's what you want to hear. I want to tell you people, separate me from anything Asari Dokubo. I want to tell you people, separate me from anything.
Yeah. So our brother wrote something here. He says, their plan is to destroy the struggle. But thank God, but thanks to Okike for our Prime Minister. Njoko Uwazurike is a criminal. Yes, we are not defending anyone. We know when Uwazurike came out, the video is in the public. He came out, he said, when Uchemefo took the struggle of IPOB, he channeled it to go and castigate Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. This was when he departed. Asari Dokubo is the person that deceived all of them. Uwazurike is a trickish man, we know. He is a trickish man. But something I am trying to pick out here. We've been making videos, letting people know, Uwazurike in this video, he says that he himself would prefer that Nnamdi Kanu come out, that everybody should come out. He made it open the way he wants to fight for his own struggle. And Our prime minister made it open the way he want to fight for his own struggle. Our leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, made it open the way he want to fight for his own trouble. And it colluded with the one of our leader and the Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. They said, give us a referendum, or if you don't give us a referendum, we will take it by force. That's why Uwazurike could not bring Biafra. Uwazurike needs a referendum, but if you don't give him referendum, he is ready to continue building hotel. And Asare Dokubo also said he need everything by fire by force. But the problem came in between. When Uchemefo, Asare Dokubo, Onyibe, and all these people joined to create that de facto government of that time, Asare Dokubo said it here with the other videos. He made it clear. For me, I like to follow someone according to what he said. There have been a time when Asare Dokubo, Uwazurike came out. He says he was fighting Mazen Nnamdi Kanu with tooth and nail everywhere he see him. The videos are there when he nakeded Nnamdi Kanu. The video, the nakedness of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was in the public then. Some people have the video, the naked of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu when Uwazurike naked him. He flogged him. He called women. Women opened their body and urinate on his head. But Uwazurike found out that without Nnamdi Kanu, the same Biafra which Peter Obi killed his followers then, without Nnamdi Kanu, the death of those people will be in vain. Without Nnamdi Kanu, the fight which Ojukwu fought to let Biafra free, and more than 8 million people died. Without Nnamdi Kanu, all these things will be in vain. Without Nnamdi Kanu, Uwazurike said he can never support Peter Obi because what Peter Obi did to him when he was leading Masol cannot guarantee him to come and endorse Peter Obi. And what he is demanding now is the release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. That if a Nigerian government want to arrest, he is in Nigeria, let them release him. He said this thing. He said this thing. And why did he say this thing? Why did he say this thing? Uwazurike have found out some of his grave mistake. He said it here, that him and the Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has some critical issues before, long time ago. But these differences must be put aside. It must be put aside. Ebusianama, Eburunata Nobi. We told the DOS, give Simon Ekpa slot, work with him, forget your differences, because the ideology is divide them and rule them. If you continue to look for fault from your brother, you don't have any atom of forgiveness or how to put some things apart. There is no way you can get it. It is difficult for you to get it. It is impossible. You can't get it right. Now we come out here now to play what we heard from him. He says, anything concerning Asare Dokubo, put it aside. His image has been painted any kind of color. But the one we see him now saying, there is something you have to go and dig out of that place. He is requesting something from our prime minister. And our prime minister is also requesting something from him. And through the understanding of more than 1,000 men, I wonder how God will push each and every one of them to know what they need from each other, which I will not say. You understand now? But there is more than 1,000 men wisdom. Without unity, it will still be playing. It will still be playing vice versa. Without unity. Asare Dokubo has differences with our leader. When our leader says that there won't be anything like election in Biafran land, Asare Dokubo then challenged our leader. He said, is it because you are the leader, or is it because you have all these followers? You can see atom of jealousness there. That was where the problem started. Asare Dokubo, our leader gave him $20 million or 20 million naira to train up soldiers that will fight against insurgency in Biafran land. Asare Dokubo trained up people in Cotonou. Then differences came. But you people should not forget that all this divisional ideology is coming from the people that impose divide and rule ideology. That is the area we are coming. Asare Dokubo has been a pipeline guide. He knows that the pipeline guide is not okay for him, but he is someone that says that speaking against Biafra is like removing his bones out of his body or peeling out his skins out of his body. He said he can never survive without Biafra. But why did Asare Dokubo begin to fight against Mazen Nnamdi Kanu? Divide and rule ideology, British ideology, Fulani ideology. And this ideology has entered inside IPOB. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has been able to create the mass movement all over the world. Mass movement all over the world. That all the world leaders begin to become afraid of the kind of momentum he has gathered all over the world. No world leader has a follower up to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Then, why is it that Britain abandoned Nnamdi Kanu, their citizen, inside the SS dungeon? Why did they do that? Because Nnamdi Kanu has do it undone what no man can do. That is what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has done. To carry the mass movement all over the world. Wherever you raise flag, IPOB, the followers of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu will come. What do? They begin to inject the same thing they injected inside Ken Sarowiwa. That is the same thing they injected inside Asare Dokubo. Don't you see this? The same thing is what they injected inside Uwazurike. But Uwazurike came later now, found out that everything he is fighting for is in vain without Nnamdi Kanu. Now Nnamdi Kanu is not there. Uwazurike is requesting for something. Let us, if you are still here, write us comments so we can know you are not going out. We need numbers. Share this message. Let numbers come. There is something Uwazurike said here. Uwazurike is requesting something from our Prime Minister. And our Prime Minister is the one who sent the message to him to come and say what you have just heard. Let us continue here.
Asare Dokubo. I made a video. I said that was lies. Asare Dokubo also said, yes, he did it, but not with Uwazurike. That if you want to accuse, you should accuse him. So please, I want to tell you people, separate me from anything Asare Dokubo. Also said, yes, he did it, but not with Obasurike. That if you want to.
The accusation here, when the rendition of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu come, people accused Uwazurike and Asare Dokubo. Asare Dokubo came out and claimed that he did it, which you see the video circulating, which you see the video with Tinubu. Asare Dokubo volunteered himself, working assiduously to make sure he said in his videos that he will smoke Nnamdi Kanu alive. This is in the video. But Uwazurike said here in this video that anything concerning Asare Dokubo, separate him from there. Separate him from there. And inside this place, there is a hole. There is a hole which, if you read that hole, you will see that Uwazurike is raising a hand to our Prime Minister. And our Prime Minister is the person who demanded for this video. And we are working, analyzing the way we can understand it, because the ideology of divide and rule have entered inside our vein. It is very difficult for one to trust one another. Uwazurike says, separate him from there, because after de facto government was formed, all this de facto government, which Uchemefo, Asare Dokubo, and Uwazurike formed, all is against Nnamdi Kanu. Initial plan. Then, Uwazurike came there, he made a video. He said he came there to make sure if Asare Dokubo and all of them will come out and form this group in order for them to proceed without no violence. But Asare Dokubo need violence. Uwazurike doesn't need violence. Uche Mefo does not need violence. Then something is cooking here. Then they begin to attack Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. You can see the video from Uche Mefo attacking Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. You can see the video from George Onyibe attacking Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. You can see the video from Asare Dokubo up to Asorok signing documents with Tinubu not to release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. But when they formed this thing, Uwazurike told them, if this meeting is just to come and criticize Nnamdi Kanu, he is not interested. The same thing we told the DOS. If we have to stay in this meeting only for us to go and attack Simon Ekpa, we are not interested. Is it not in the public? This is in the public. You can decide. You can decide and make your own choice. He said he is not interested. And since that time, all the videos which Uwazurike is bringing out, all the videos he is bringing out is he has issue with the Nnamdi Kanu before. A critical issue which they can settle. But right now, he has come back to his senses. He has come back to his senses, knowing that without Nnamdi Kanu, he is nobody. This is the message here. This is the message here. But Asare Dokubo, you are doing your own because you think you can kill Igbo people. Uche Mefo, you are doing your own because you think you can kill Igbo people. Then, Peter Obi, you betrayed me because you killed my own people. He said he will not have a candidate which he will endorse. But something is missing inside this place. And inside this ideology of more than 1,000 men, we are trying to crack our brain to know what is that. If you open your eyes very, very well, our Prime Minister sent this message to him. Say, come and make yourself clear. Whether your hand is there, whether your hand is together with what the agenda of Asare Dokubo, make it clear. Please, if you are here now, move your own thinking apart. Keep your own thinking apart. Write what you heard from him. And what you hear from him is what I want to replay.
Was lies. Asare Dokubo also said, yes, he did it, but not with Uwazurike. That if you want to accuse, you should accuse him. So please, I want to tell you people, separate me from anything Asare Dokubo. I think that's what you want to hear. So please, I want to tell you people, separate me from anything Asare Dokubo. I think that's what you want to hear. And that is the perfect truth. I don't even have Asare Dokubo's number on my phone now. For the past 3 years, I've not spoken with Asare Dokubo. Ask him now. For the past 3 years, I've not spoken with Asare Dokubo. Ask him Dokubo's number on my phone now. For the past 3 years, I've not spoken with that.
What do you hear? For the past 3 years, he has not spoken with Asare Dokubo, and we've been following this thing. We've been following this thing. We are following the one we see on social media. What they did in secret is what they did in secret. We bring out our face in the public to defend Nnamdi Kanu. And our faces are still in this struggle, defending Simon Ekpa. And something is cooking inside this place. When you want to separate something, judge them according to what you heard from them. You understand? Nobody is genuine in this Biafran struggle. Nobody at all is genuine. This one thing everybody must understand. Nobody is really genuine until Biafra comes. But when you understand, first of all, the agenda of Usman Donfodio, the ideology of divide and rule, You will see it playing. Now we have to continue. When we are going here now, you will see more things Uwazurike said inside this place. Then you will see that there is something cooking. There is something cooking between our prime minister and Uwazurike. And how do we count this thing? We made our video the other day. We said that this thing is, the Biafran struggle is like a relay race, which you have your baton running. Uwazurike have that baton running, and Ojukwu have that baton running with the treasure. Then he began to run. He began to run. When he got tired, he handed over to Uwazurike. Uwazurike run the way he can run. Then Nnamdi Kanu took the baton from him. When Nnamdi Kanu was renditioned, he handed this baton over to our prime minister today. Give him the slot, give him the treasure, give him the staff, give him this thing so that he can move. This is a Keoria from trading here. Now, something is missing. Something is missing. I need critical thinkers inside this program who can reason, who can think. Because Asane Dokobo have just said it, Uwazurike have just said it here. Clear this thing. Clear this thing. Look unto him what he said. We have the video when he said, Nigerian government, you relieve this man. And he also said it here. We continue until inside more than 1,000 men wisdom. Something will come out of this video we are doing today. This analysis we are doing today. Because inside 555 Vision, we dictated that there is something that made our prime minister to demand for this video of Uwazurike. And the reason Uwazurike responded. Are you getting us now? We are having numbers. Share this message. We are delivering the message. Which you could ask us to deliver. Eke Oria from ask us to do what we are doing. Miss Elijah, Elisha, Jeremiah, Ezekiel, ask us to do what we are doing. Are you getting it? And we receive our information from the extraterrestrials, the Colossus, the crystal skull, the mummies, the Neanderthals, the sea, sending us messages. Now we continue with this.
Ask him. We don't talk. So if you have any problem with Asare Dokubo, go and sort it out with him. And he has always told you that. I heard him say it in the social media. That you should come and fight him if you can. You have guns. He has guns. He shows his own. Kolo brandishes it on social media. He's not hiding it. Why not face somebody who is facing you? And I said, Uwazurike. Should Uwazurike do your fight?
I'm Nick Nimmin, and I'm a StreamYard user. For the last 6 years, I've been live streaming.
I'm a non-violent crusader, known all over the world for non-violence. I remember the day I was speaking with Rap Bonche. I was on this seat when he called me to say that the world knows me for non-violence. I said, he's an American. The Secretary General of UNPO. I never knew him before then. I'm recognized as a non-violent crusader all over the world. So don't blackmail me. If you have any issue with Asare Dokubo, face him. He's ready to face you. Don't bring in Uwazurike. Right from the World Tour, around the year 2000 or so, I was in Port Harcourt for about a year, consulting the Niger Delta people. I met Asare Dokubo. He told me that he doesn't believe in non-violence. He told me that something like Biafra or something shouldn't come through non-violence, that Nigerians hear only one word, and that's the language of force. That's what he told me. So, he has never worked with me on that platform of non-violence because he told me he doesn't believe in that. And when he was doing the struggle for Niger Delta, He was not adopting non-violence, he was using arms and ammunition. You saw him. And up to today, when he talks, he shows you that. So why should you include Uwazurike? And someone is saying he has good information that Uwazurike is aligning with Asai Kuba to kill Ndigo, because you want to create a followership on your platform by telling lies, putting Uwazurike's name. And you know, if you say it, Uwazurike must talk. If you have evidence, bring it now. That's what you people do. There are the one man who says he's a prophet came up with Obasurike's name. And you know, if you say it, Uwazurike must talk. If you have evidence, bring it now. That's what you people do. There are the one man who says he's a prophet came up with Uwazurike has a stroke because Uwazurike has not been talking. You people should respect me. I'm not your mate. You see, in all these things, this is a distraction. At a certain point, we agreed that there were so many rancors in the struggle for Biafra that we should all come together, have an umbrella platform for Biafrans. Then they formed the de facto government or whatever. They called me, I said, anything together is fine. I believe in it. But when we came together, I saw the purpose was to criticize Nnamdi Kanu every day. I said, no. Every day. I said, no. I won't be de facto government or whatever. They called me, I said, anything together is fine.
Here we come again. Here we come again.
Then they formed the de facto government or whatever. They called me, I said, anything together is fine. I believe in it. But when we came together, I saw the purpose was to criticize Nnamdi Kanu every day. I said, no. I won't be part of it. When we came together, I saw the purpose was to criticize Nnamdi Kanu every day. I said, no. I won't.
I want to read comment, please. Anyway, we are teaching. I know that people are reasoning something. Uwazurike has a video. When they formed that de facto government, which our prime minister now is recreating a legible de facto government, which for all of them that joined that group that time with Asare Dokubo, all of them jump out, which for entered BBC Igbo, criticizing our leader. Uwazurike said this thing during that time. This is what he said during that time.
Every day. I said, no. I won't be part of it. I left. Every day. I said, no. I won't be part of it. I left. Since then, I've never spoken to any of them. By phone, by any means. I don't know. Every day. I said, no. I won't be part of it.
You know why we are doing this thing? Why we are doing this thing? Do you know, during that time of DOS, when someone bring this kind of video to analyze, you know the kind of attack we used to receive then. Everybody will be writing here, hey, it's like Uwazurike is sending you money. Just like when we were telling them, leave Simon Ekpa. This guy, Simon Ekpa, came to fight for Biafra. And the Biafra is an ideology. Allow this guy. He came to bring a new dimension, which Mazen Nnamdi Kanu found from him. Allow this guy, let him feel free. Let him feel free. Do you know the accusation inside the meeting, IPOB meeting? The comment that came out from when I was analyzing something, some people wrote their comment. They say, oh, it's like Simon Ekpa now is sending you money for you to support him. Simon Ekpa now is sending you money for you to support him. I say, oh, now I understand how Simon Ekpa has been receiving money from Tinubu. Now I understand how Simon Ekpa has been receiving money from Atiku. Now I have understand how Simon Ekpa has been receiving money from Buhari and George Obiozo and Dave Umahi and all those people. Now you people in the meeting, they said now I am defending Simon Ekpa. That is like Simon Ekpa is sending me money. I said no, Simon Ekpa is not sending me money, but there are things we must dig out. And when you dig that thing out, you make it public. Today we cannot read such comment again. It means that we are improving. Are you really understanding? If you think that I am not analyzing something you have not analyzed, then tell us here. But if you think that we are digging inside something reasonable, I want to be reading comments so I can know who is really following this thing. Are we still pushing out illegal accusation, or are we still beating around, or do we now understand the agenda of Usman Danfodio, divide and rule, which Britain instructed them? I cannot read those kind of message again. Rather, if you don't know it, you watch. If you don't want to write comment, then you watch. Let us tell you what is happening here. Because all the people that begin to attack Nnamdi Kanu, that time, it was Uchemefo, it was Asari Dokobo, it was Onibe. And after that, what happened? Nnamdi Kanu was renditioned. And all this thing, Uwazurike came out, he made a video. He said, this thing you people want to do now, he is no more interested in this thing. Attacking Nnamdi Kanu. He is no more interested inside this thing. Now, if you people are proud that you have a leader, Nnamdi Kanu, he said he is the maker. This is what I want you people now to get. Uwazurike is trying to reclaim an award that if we are today under the leadership of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, he said he is the maker of Nnamdi Kanu. Understand this thing. And this is what Uwazurike is fighting for. For people now to understand, he said, let us overlook anything that happens before. And the Kedihan Uwazurike Nnamdi Kanu, he nakeded him on his traditional wedding day. On his traditional wedding day, he sent his thugs to come and kidnap Nnamdi Kanu. He sent Nnamdi Kanu inside the bush. He flogged him. He ordered his boys to flog him. In case if you think that I don't know what Uwazurike did. He flogged Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu was naked. Naked from head to toe without wearing anything. The video is in the public. DOS has the video. Maybe our prime minister also have the video. For you people to know that we are analyzing this thing, I have also seen the picture on my own. You understand now? We are telling you the gravity. Yeah, the gravity of the kind of punishment and the crime which Uwazurike committed against Nnamdi Kanu on his wedding day. In a Latin word or in Spanish word, they call it abuso de poder, abuse of power. Uwazurike used what they called abuse of power on Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. He naked him total. It is in the media. It is in the media. Nnamdi Kanu said Uwazurike naked him. He flogged him. He rolled him on the floor. He asked women to urinate on his head. For you people to know. But Uwazurike has made video many times, regretting that action. Regretting that action. He said, now he have seen that Biafrans are in love with Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Now he have seen that Nnamdi Kanu has automatically taken over from him. But do not forget that Nnamdi Kanu came out of Masor, which is his own product. No matter whatever that happened, ya burugo down for now. Ebusia nama eburuje nubi. Now Nnamdi Kanu is not here. Who is leading? Are you telling me that Uwazurike doesn't know and he has been throwing words to our prime minister, saying that you made yourself leader. You made yourself leader. We voted for him to become the prime minister. of Biafra, and he is Biafran Prime Minister, the global ambassador for peace award. Uwazurike knows all this thing. And inside this analysis here now, you will see that Uwazurike is throwing something to our Prime Minister. And our Prime Minister is the person who requested for this video. For this thing Uwazurike did here. Uwazurike is playing black and white here now. Separate me from any activity of Asari Dokubo. Asari Dokubo have gone. Asari Dokubo intention is to eliminate Igbo people out of greed, out of jealousy, out of envy. Are you understanding now? But under 1,000 men wisdom, inside 1,000 men wisdom, I feel that the kind of intelligence our Prime Minister has gathered and what I have seen on the table, there is something cooking here, which I need some help. That's why I need your comment. We continue from this thing.
Whatever. They called me. I said, anything together is fine. I believe in it. But when we came together, I saw the purpose was to criticize Nnamdi Kanu every day. I said, no. I won't be part of it. I left. Since then, I've never spoken to any of them. By phone, by any means. I don't have time. I'm very busy. So if you have any problem with anybody, I can't be speaking every time on things that are not important. Of late, I've been talking about Nnamdi Kanu's release. And that's what I think is important. It should be important to any Biafran organization. If you are truly talking about Biafra, Biafran organization, if you are truly talking about Biafra, no matter any internal problem we have, if we talk about Biafra, no matter any internal problem we have, if one of us is hurt, all of us are held. If we talk about Biafra, no matter any internal problem we have.
Antes de orar, toma un segundo para pensar en lo que estás a punto de hacer. Es asombroso.
Estás a punto de hablar con alguien que te ama más de lo que te imaginas.
Sin importar lo que hayas hecho, Él nunca dejará de escuchar.
We are critical thinkers. What do you hear him say? No matter any internal problem they have, no matter any internal problem they have, and I have explained that internal problem here. First of all, Uwazurike thought that Nnamdi Kanu has come to take power from him. But this is something that has been ordained right from God Almighty, that Nnamdi Kanu is the person that will bring Biafra under his own leadership. He says here, no matter any internal problem they have, you call the things according to their name. You call the things according to their name. And why we are doing this thing is
no matter any internal problem we have, if one of us is held, all of us are held. If one of us is detained, all of us are detained. I cannot, because I had some misunderstanding with him some time ago. If he's incarcerated, I will fight tooth and nail to make sure that he's released. Is held, all of us are held. If one of us is detained, all of us are detained. I cannot, because I had some misunderstanding with him some time ago. If he's incarcerated, I will fight tooth and nail to make sure that he's released. Incarcerated, I will fight tooth and nail to make sure that he's released.
Biafrans, are you people picking up something? Please write me a comment if you are picking up something. If you are picking up something, write comment. The comment section is not blocked because I'm not reading. Okay, there are comments. Okay, yes, he become a prime minister with it. Okay, there are comments. Now, we are still waiting to know the outcome of the secret meeting. Uchechi Kano, his father, Uwazurike, and Asari Dokubo, and including Ifeanyi Ejiofor. That secret will come out one day. Yes, this is a good analysis. Lolo, the lady, thank you for this thing. You have had Uwazurike own. You have had Uwazurike own. Now, you say it's clear. Okay, it's clear. The time we ask question. Here it says, Diana, Simon Ekpa didn't make himself prime minister. Yes, all of us knows that one. He didn't make himself prime minister. The volume is low. Yes, the volume is low inside. It's not my fault. The volume is low inside. Is how the video is played. Okay. Yes. Then we are coming here. Then what do you say, Ebere? Rafu Uwazurike needs social recognition, and our PM want Uwazurike to show remorse for his unstable and unfaithfulness in fight of Biafran struggle. Thank you, Ebere Peter. This is the thing. At least we are critical thinkers. There are some things we have to bring out, and we begin to switch on the light. That is exactly what we are doing here. There are things we have to bring out. And Ebere Peter, you have said something very, very important here. Thank you for that. Then Asari said that Simon Ekpa want to take over the struggle from Nnamdi Kanu, whom he called criminal. Uwazurike said he is calling himself PM. Vision. Then we know all these things. Then what we need is unity and the understanding to defeat the common enemy. Esther, Mbanefo, thank you for this. Sonny, you missed it. I missed it this time. Okay, no. Cosmos, Chukwudi. Maybe you have your own right to say I miss it this time. You have your own right, and I would like to read comment on how we miss it this time. We are here to correct each other. Who doesn't see it, let them see it. I am not really against anybody that says his own opinion. We are here to bring out something. There is something missing inside ourselves. And the Ebere Peters have picked up some, and some people have picked up some. So there is a place where our eyes is going. Then God bless Bridge. Thank you. Then Promise. Our leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu knows what all the plan of Asari Dokubo and the Uwazurike and the criminal DOS. They are all evil. Thank God for PM today. Without PM, we will not even be speaking again. By your analysis, it means Ucheme4 and Asari Dokubo is working crazily together. That is the area you can see some other things. Yes, Bere Mbanefo, Mbanefo. There now you can look into that area. You can look into that area to know what is cooking. You know, Caroline Mbeze, he said, good evening. Yeah, thank you for joining. Ebere Peter, any day he or Uwazurike shows remorse, our PM will give him that particular thing he's requesting. Will be given to him. Thank you. You are going there. You know, you can use the ndị Igbo sị na-ejide nwa atụrụ ka esi ejide nne ya. He have already sent messages. And Uwazurike is talking. That means he received the message from our prime minister and he is talking. We are analyzing it, and some people is picking up something inside this more than 1,000 men wisdom. This more than 1,000 men wisdom, I have entered that seat, that table. I have seen that wisdom, how it functions. That's why we are doing this thing we are doing. Now, blessing Chukwu, Uwazurike must not be trusted. he has done his part. Let him go and rest. Inside this place, blessing, inside this place, Ojukwu handed the struggle over to Uwazurike. From Obasurike, Nnamdi Kanu was created. And from Nnamdi Kanu, Simon Ekpa came out. And he says he will become the last bus stop of every criminality in IPOB, starting by removing those criminals in DOS. And he says that whoever knows that he wants Biafra to come, let him come and make himself clear. Then some people removed themselves from DOS and they joined autopilot, pushing this movement forward. And Uwazurike has been watching, maybe buying the idea of someone who said Uchemefo and the other people, Ejiofo, whom we see their own videos, still castigating Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. They may have something to deal with Asari Dokubo, because all of them build up de facto government under Asari Dokubo. Uwazurike has come here now. He says, take him away from anything. Anything. It means anything is anything concerning Asari Dokubo. And since they found out that this de facto government they formed is made only to criticize Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, he have not communicated with any of them. Hello, blessing. Now I bring your own message here. Then we says, Barry Peter says, Mazi, don't forget, Uwazurike had an agreement with the Nigerian government when he was arrested. That's why he don't have the balls. Now, our Prime Minister reviewed the secret on how Uwazurike was demoted. He says he brought out one of the governor candidates who that competed with Soludo, who knows the name, should write it as well. Then that man was whom they used to arrest Uwazurike. Then that man is whom they used to arrest Uwazurike. Ebere Peters, I am trying to bring out something from your own comment here. Now, when they arrested Uwazurike, then they went and negotiated with all the military which Uwazurike was using. And he bought all of them over. Then our Prime Minister made this revelation and he exposed all this thing. How the military of Uwazurike was overthrown. Then, when Uwazurike was inside the prison, then that man, that governor candidate that lost with I don't know his name, then that lost with Soludo, he came inside the prison and visited Uwazurike. He told Uwazurike, all your men are here. That was when Simon Ekpa made a program which he said, if you know that you are against the rendition of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, come out and let us continue to fight. But if you are against this struggle after second thought, do you know when he preached about second thought? Inside the second thought, all the people that he rejected to join him, to join autopilot, then begin to join DOS after second thought. You understand the second thought now? That is where it comes. Then, as Simon Ekpa reviewed this secret, how Uwazurike was demoted, and Nnamdi Kanu also removed himself from Uwazurike. He removed himself from Uwazurike. He refused not to be bought over. Then Nnamdi Kanu stand alone. Uwazurike said, things he has with Nnamdi Kanu before, the differences and the fight they had before, let it be Iheta Nabali. But if you are still fighting for Biafra, leave this criticism against Nnamdi Kanu and let us fight. that if Ojukwu is alive, he think that Ojukwu will come out and defend Nnamdi Kanu, no matter whatever Nnamdi Kanu may have done against him. But in as much as the picture we are trying to see is Biafran, you must create an ideology to take yourself out of this thing. Now we go on reading. Yes, thank you so much. Yes, Owen. Then we are here, Jude Chizoba. If our PM will broadcast this night, you will understand what I am commenting. Asari and Uwazurike are one. Why wouldn't him condemn Asari Dokubo on Igbo? There are many things he have in his table to do. Esther, we would like to read this kind of comments. Then, what do you say? Esther said, they really the one that is sold Ndibo out. From what I understand, Uche Mefo, Ikenga Urugua, you know, Asari Dokubo knows exactly what happened to our leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Oh, yeah, Asari Dokubo said it openly that he will smoke our leader out and he will smoke him live. You see it playing there in Aso Villa. It is not hidden. Then, stop defending. I am bringing something out, my brother Jude Chizoba. I am bringing something out. I thank God you did not say that Uwazurike send me money to come and defend him. But I am bringing something out. I am not even defending Uwazurike. I am bringing something out because our leader, our prime minister, demanded this video. And what we see inside the video, inside this video is, number one, the ideology of divide and rule. Try to get me right. The ideology of divide and rule and how to debunk this divide and rule. And trying to make something out of nothing. Biafra is an ideology. And through this message we are passing here, every people with inside Biafran government in exile are also here watching. Our prime minister may be here as well watching. And I am analyzing what I think because I guess that Uwazurike is demanding something from our prime minister. And our prime minister have already thrown a hand of relationship, a hand of unity, a hand of communication from Uwazurike. And Uwazurike is responding. And there is something cooking. Ojukwu, Uwazurike, Nnamdi Kanu, and Simon Ekpa. Are you understanding? Jude Chizoba, we are trying to bring out something. I am watching from Biafran land. Thank you, success. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. Uwazurike, I started DOS one. Yes, you are not lying. This is in playing that the wife of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu are aware of the purpose of the facto government. Yes, the wife of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, you see his video when she came to attack the prime minister. And she also says that how do you think that he will bring Biafra in 2023? It is in the video. These are things we have to start strengthening the way we speak for us to co-join on the ideology of Ojukwu. On this ideology which Uwazurike now is trying to deviate. Uwazurike is trying to deviate. Try to get me right now. Uwazurike is deviating, meaning if Uwazurike knew what he's saying here, if Uwazurike knew, as he said it here now, that when they formed that de facto government, he found out that they formed this de facto government only to criticize Nnamdi Kanu. He told them he is not interested in this thing. And since that time, he has been making video showing his disinterest on criticizing Nnamdi Kanu. Rather, the video we are seeing is Release him. Release him. That is the video we are seeing. And now the power now is inside Biafran government in exile under the Prime Minister of Biafra. And our Prime Minister sent for this video. And we are analyzing this video, trying to fix it the way it can favor us. Try to get us now. Then, instead to believe Uwazurike, nobody can trust Uwazurike. Our Prime Minister is a soldier. Our Prime Minister is a military. Our Prime Minister is a lawyer. Our Prime Minister is also a politician. In politics, you don't trust anyone, but you check something, you take out something they said to use on them. That's why he demanded for this video. And the video is here in the public. It is not clear. Yes, it may not be clear. We can't hear him. Okay, you can't hear him. The volume is too low. Uwazurike is beginning to be recognized by fire. Uwazurike knew, Ozamaka Nicholas, Uwazurike knew that without Nnamdi Kanu, his own is gone. All the struggle he fight for is just in vain. That is what Uwazurike wants to reclaim, that he has been able to provide the legible leader of indigenous people of Biafra. This is the secret behind Uwazurike and then Nnamdi Kanu. Uwazurike wants to reclaim a position. Let me mention something here. Uwazurike is trying to reclaim a position. He wants to tell you that Ojukwu handed him over this thing. And through him, he has been able to provide Nnamdi Kanu. Get this thing. One thing you people must understand here, why our Prime Minister is different, is our Prime Minister has never one day tried in any means to go above our leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Are you getting it? There is something cooking inside this place. Why all of us are still standing with Simon Ekpa, a Biafran Prime Minister, is because there has never been a day he said that Nnamdi Kanu is no more his leader. There has never been a day he lose him respect. There has never been a day, one way and another. The only thing he say, he cannot take instruction from Mazen Nnamdi Kanu inside DSA dungeon. He don't want, if he take action, then they will find something against him. He want to take a responsibility on his own. Then he reactivated ESN on his own. He reactivated Biafran government in exile on his own. He reactivated Biafran Liberation Army on his own, under his own power. But not from our leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, because he don't want to commit anything on the name of Nnamdi Kanu. Ishikoto Oburu. That is it. That's why our Prime Minister used to say, no Asari Dokubo has been killing our people. The video has been there. Our Prime Minister has been showing you the videos, how Asari Dokubo recruited and began to work with the whole post of them through Ebubago. Is it not true? Then he has been showing you all these evidences. He has been showing all these evidences, how they are working. But his eye is still under Uwazurike to know if Uwazurike is with them. Are you getting it now? If Uwazurike is with them, then he says that he have had the father of the wife of our leader, Uche Chikalo, having meeting with Asari Dokubo. We already know that Uche Mefo has a meeting with Asari Dokubo. We already know that Ifeanyi Ejiofor has a meeting with Asari Dokubo. Our leader, our Prime Minister then say, all of you that has this meeting with him, come and clarify yourself. A simple mathematics we have to find out here. If you are here, hit the like button so that other people will know we are here. Let us continue to read. Let us continue to read. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. This man is reclaiming the word he didn't. He didn't. Get this there here, Owen. What they say true. Owen, I want to me here. Then, Paul, you are not fishing the analysis. Ikeju, what was the reason why Uwazurike kidnapped Mazen Namdekan? You didn't analyze. And then listen inside this place. Ikeju, listen again. Listen again.
Is held. All of us are held. If one of us is detained, all of us are detained. I cannot, because I had some misunderstanding with him some time ago. If he's late, I've been talking about Nnamdi Kanu's release, and that's what I think is important. It should be important to any Biafran organization. If you are truly talking about Biafra, no matter any internal problem we have, if one of us is held, all of us are held. If one of us is detained, all of us are detained. I cannot, because I had some misunderstanding with him some time ago. If he's incarcerated, I will fight tooth and nail to make sure that he's released. I begin to ask myself, if Ojukwu were alive and this situation happens, what will he do?
Afterthought.
Fight for the person. And I represent Ojukwu today because he handed over the struggle for Biafran to me. So anybody in this, to me, situation happens, what will he do? He will fight for the person. And I represent Ojukwu today because he handed over the struggle for Biafran. And I represent Ojukwu today because he handed over the struggle for Biafran to me. And I represent Ojukwu today because he handed over the struggle for
Let us bring out something. Let's bring out something here now. There's something we must understand. There's something we must understand. And that thing is this. This is what they are fighting. This is what they are fighting for. This is what they are fighting for. This is what they are really fighting for. And our prime minister knows this. Our prime minister knows why he requested for this message. You understand? He knows why he requested for Uwazurike should make video. You can read this picture. If you read this picture, you will see Asare Dokubo also. You will see Asare Dokubo as well here. Something is cooking that must be handled. Something is cooking that must be handled. Let me hear our sister Akubilo and our Akubilo. Then, something is cooking inside this place, which must be handled with every care, because our prime minister, whom we know, knows the reason he demanded for this, for Uwazurike to say something. He knows why. He knows why he did it. Are you telling us he don't know why he did it? Let's see. You have seen the video now. Now, this man, Obasurike, is a foolish man. By the way, he spoke, was being careful not to mention the pig in the Greek. Everything you said here is okay. We are bringing something. we are bringing something. I must read this one from our sister, Akubido. Uwazurike had done a noble thing. He knew he had failed. This is the language. Flora Akubilo. He knew he has failed. He is tried for fighting Nnamdi Kanu. What beat him must it be emergency of the dragon and all the team in autopilot. He knew he can't fight Nnamdi Kanu again. Yes, afterthought. Then our brother Akubiro again says, Uwazurike is trying to attach himself within Nnamdi Kanu. Thank you, our sister Flora Akubiro. This is the thing. This is the area he is trying to attach himself back in now, because he knew he cannot do anything without Nnamdi Kanu. This is the picture here, and this is why he must to respond when the prime minister asked him to respond. So we go. Onyemwechi, thank you, good job. Ebede Peter. Mazi, the truth of the matter is that Akabism has been departed from Uwazurike and co. Okay, Akabonism. Then something is cooking. I don't understand this one. Then Nas says you are right, bro. Then please, people should forget about these criminals. I don't know who is really criminal. Desmond Oba. I don't know who is really criminal, because sometimes when we do this kind of analysis, some people also call us criminal by standing here to analyze something. When we defended Simon Ekpa before, they said that Simon Ekpa had been sending us money for us to defend him. So I don't really interpret the criminal you are talking about. And Happy Ume say, we appreciate you. Yes, we are trying to bring out something. Even Nnamdi Celestine, even the way he carefully and jealously mentioned about PM, Simon Ekpa, that he imposed himself as prime minister, asking what Onyendu position, thereby quoting the pig in the. You should know there is act of jealousness in everything that is happening. But our prime minister has more than 1,000 men's wisdom to deal with this kind of people. And if we have not seen the wisdom which he have acquired, we will not be doing this kind of analysis. He demanded for this video, and Uwazurike have sent video. What is Uwazurike demanding? Let us hear what he is demanding.
This situation happens. What will he do? He will fight for the person. And I represent Ojukwu today because he handed over the struggle for Biafran to me. He will fight for the person. And I represent Ojukwu today because he handed over the struggle for Biafran to me. He will fight for the person. And I represent Ojukwu today because he handed over the struggle for Biafran to me. He will fight for the person. And I represent Ojukwu today because he handed over the struggle for Biafran.
You know, we all are living in a developed world. We don't watch Nigerian home movie. We don't watch Nigerian home movie. We are not watching Nigerian home movie. Our people, many of them live in America. They watch Nigerian home movie. Kanayo, Pete, Edochie, and co. What we watch is criminal investigation, documentaries. That is what we watch. And when you are watching criminal investigation, then you will be able to learn how to analyze things. to bring out that grievances inside the people. Now the Celestine, you wrote something. My comrade Paul, leave this Uwazurike for what he said in his video. He knows that he's doing he knows he's doing what Biafra hated him about by castigating and out of Biafra. Then, Fafa, your analysis is not professional. Goodbye. Thank you. Goodbye. You can go. I would like to listen to you, please. Then I will see your own analysis. Then please, connecting, leave this criminal, especially the pig in the Greek. Thank you. Fafa vision analysis is bigger than you. Yes, it is. It may be bigger than me. I would like you to open your own platform. It will interest me to see how you analyze it. Uwazurike did not say anything possible in the video, rather than rubbish about our leader, Nnamdi. Our leader demanded, our prime minister demanded for this video. He demanded for this video. Okay? So, indeed, Uwazurike is a complete fool for his statement not being fair and assertive. Another super chat has come. Those who said that I am doing rubbish. I am analyzing something. What you people must to see here now is that there is a mighty super chat. You people, please help to celebrate and say thanks to Flora Akubilo. Flora, I will show you some books this thing is buying, because we are, after analyzing, watching this thing, we will bring some books that join it up. But may God continue to refill your pocket, and may restoration of Biafra become your reward by supporting what we are doing. We are analyzing something. Here Uwazurike inside this place. Uwazurike says Ojukwu handed this thing over to him. And that Ojukwu handed over to him is what he has not been able to understand. After he has beaten up Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, naked him, called women to urinate on his head, he conjoined with Asare Dakobo, Uchemefo and co, and created Biafran de facto government to unite according to what he says here. Later, he told them if this thing is to be criticizing Nnamdi Kanu, he is not interested. Are you not hearing that one? Uwazurike need our prime minister to recognize that he have tried a little for Biafran restoration, knowing very, very well that he has been betrayed. And Uwazurike, after second thought, now, our prime minister taught us about after second thought, those people who heard about 45 million naira by Emma Powerful, canceling seat at home, and you know that Nnamdi Kanu say there won't be any election in Biafran land. And after second thought, you keep on supporting DOS, who is pointing finger to go on and be killing people. Killing the people who say, allow me to listen to Simon Ekpa. After second thought, some people did not want to understand the ideology of Nnamdi Kanu. They said, allow Nnamdi Kanu, when he come out, he will continue from where he stopped. Is it not what we heard from DOS? That they are working underground. Then some of them, when 45 million was mentioned, some of them gave after what our prime minister called second thought. Now Uwazurike, after joining de facto government with your Asare Dokubo, Uchemefo and co, after second thought, Uwazurike turned back and begin to make a different video. And all this video here, he has been repeating what he said since he separated himself, according to him. since he separated himself from Asari Dokubo, Uchemefo, and all those people that formed de facto government, he says, please, if there is any differences he has within Nnamdi Kanu before, let that thing be something we should keep aside and begin to fight for restoration of Biafra. He made himself clear. He believed on non-violent restoration of Biafra. And what does our prime minister believe? Our prime minister believes on do me, I do you. And this is why our prime minister asked him to make video. Is he involved in this thing? He demanded the father of Uchechi Kalu, the wife of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, make us video to know if you are involved on the activity of Asari Dokubo. And all those people that formed the de facto government with Asari Dokubo, Uwazurike, fastingly, very, very fast, he made this video you are watching, responding to our prime minister. Hello, are you now getting it? He responded, undermining whatever he said inside this place. Uwazurike is requesting for something, and our prime minister knows exactly what Uwazurike is trying to request. Our prime minister has more than 1,000 men wisdom. You understand? That's why he demanded for this video, and Uwazurike has made video. Did you see the father of Uchechi Kalu? Have you seen his video? Have you seen the video of Uchemefo? Have you seen his video? Have you seen the video of all the people that formed the Biafran government in exile? Have you seen their video? You have not seen their videos. The one we see is what we are listening to, know what he say. So if I am analyzing it, I am analyzing what I see inside this video. Uwazurike is not perfect. My brother, you are right in what you are saying. Those are contrary. Those are contrary. Want to know want you to speak what they want to hear. Yeah, thank you, my sister Ihanacho. Thank you. What you want me to hear, what you want to hear is not what I want to tell you. I am telling you what I am hearing from Uwazurike. Responding to the demand of our prime minister. He is responding. The first person that has responded, how many people did he demand? He said the father of Uchechi Kalu, who that has meeting with Asari Dokubo. Make a video. Let us know if Asari Dokubo, if you are working with Asari Dokubo to come and eliminate Igbo people. Okay, he put a better. Oh, Uwazurike has seen the green light of the coming of Biafra. That's why he's trying to use indirect way. Our people, listen, I know that we have new people that is here that doesn't know analysis of 555 vision. Those who knows our analysis knows what we are talking about. Because Jesus Christ spoke in the public. He spoke in the public. They went home. His disciples went home and they asked him, Onyo Zizi, why is it that in the public you speak to us in parable, but inside home, tell us the meaning of that thing you say? Our members inside this Biafran 555 vision, Bere Peter is one of them. He says, Uwazurike has seen the green light of coming of Biafra. That's why he is trying to use indirect way to amend. This is the game. There's no other game here. Nothing more. How many of you knows the game here? Simon Ekpa, our prime minister, is a very intelligent man. I have been in the table of Simon Ekpa. I went there to see 1,000 men wisdom, and I have seen it. You understand now? And He has 1,000 main wisdom. That's why he sent this video. And Ebere Peter is now telling you the real thing. Uwazurike is a corner man. We know he is a corner man. But you cannot use corner to meet someone who is handling office in Finland. A lawyer that studied in Europe, in Finland. Somebody that has been working under human rights long time ago. The ambassador for peace, the whole globe. You cannot use Connie to come to his table. Rather, make yourself clear. This is where we are going. So if you are not understanding, you pay attention to understand what is happening. Understand what is happening. Uwazurike is a Connie man. He see the light of Biafra coming. And when you continue this analysis, you will see when he say, if you believe in violence, he doesn't believe in violence. But to recognize him, he needs recognition that he is number 2. You want to get this thing now. Then, if you want some information, some other things, do you know when our Prime Minister says, if you have anything you have, try to bring it to the table. Let us work as one to make sure that Biafra is restored. That's why he is sending information. If you have betrayed Biafra from one way and another, then after second thought, like Uwazurike now, after second thought, understanding that you cannot achieve your dream without recognizing Nnamdi Kanu, that you have wronged him. There's no way you can get it. Uwazurike now is coming to fix himself inside this motor, inside this moving vehicle. There are things people don't know about our Prime Minister in many ways. He is very different to them. He is a military man. You don't expect him to think like a civilian. Follow who know road. You understand? Who write this thing? Diana. Thank you. Many people, you see a lot of war against our Prime Minister. Do you know what he says, Diana? He told you when this attack came, this kind of attack is kind of attack Uwazurike received. Then Uwazurike see that all his military have left him. Uwazurike took bribe after second thought. Then he began to build mansion, he began to build hotels, he began to enrich himself. Then Nnamdi Kanu started. The attack came to Uchemefo. Uchemefo later removed himself from IPOB. Every one of us have been watching Uchemefo to know if the same people inside the OS, which we have seen how they have been attacking Simon Ekpa, our evidences, they begin to criticize Uchemefo. But what we want to hear, what we want to know, if Uchemefo is against Nnamdi Kanu. That is our interest. We know that the criticisms must come. But Uchemefo came back and began to attack Nnamdi Kanu. That is where Uchemefo missed the game. He came openly, began to attack Nnamdi Kanu. Uwazurike attacked Nnamdi Kanu before. Uwazurike later regretted after second thought. He said, without Nnamdi Kanu, Ojukwu struggle is in vain. Without Nnamdi Kanu, all his effort is in vain. So he has no option than to keep the differences apart and begin to speak for the release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Our Prime Minister has been watching all the video which Uwazurike is releasing. But one thing is cooking. Uwazurike joined Aftari Dokubo to create de facto government, which you see the de facto government killing Igbo people today. And he demanded Uwazurike, the father of the wife of Nnamdi Kanu, at least Ifeanyi Ejiofor, we know his own already. What activity do you people have inside the activity? What contribution do you people have inside the open activity of Asari Dokubo? Are you getting it? Uwazurike answered the call from our prime minister. Simple mathematics. Simple mathematics. And Diana says, people does not understand that Simon Ekpa is a different person. Simon Ekpa is a religious man who believes that every other person must live. Simon Ekpa, he has military ideology. He has law ideology. He has all this equipment inside him. If you want to fight, he will fight you. If you want peace, he will peace you off. And when people ask us simple definition of Simon Ekpa, we told you people, after reading the book from Dan Brown, we found out that the Simon Ekpa, simple definition of Simon Ekpa is angels and demons. We said it with his face, copy it, send it to him. This is our own definition. Simon Ekpa is angels and demons. If you want him to treat you as an angel, he will treat you as an angel. If you want him to treat you as a demon, he will treat you as a demon. He is inside these two capacities. And he told you that if it happens that he must embrace demon for Biafra to come, he don't hesitate to embrace demon. Didn't he say it? It is in the video. And we told you we have been building allies, building bridges with all the deities in Biafran land and all the deities that migrated other countries. And we told you in Mexico, the gods of the Sapiens, 5,000 years ago, migrated in Idemili, Anambra State. And through some deep teachings, which we have been learning concerning the power of ancestors and the power of all the shrines in Biafran land, in Igbo land, they says that all those oracles, all those gods, you can see those shrines. They say they used to migrate. If the village where it's located is not treating them well, they can relocate. Those Arose can relocate to another place. Then they showed us one deity in Abia State. They says that deity has relocated to Anambra State. Are you understand? Maybe some of you have not heard this thing. That most of all those some places you can see those online native doctors used to go to say they are DBA, they are this and that. They said most of those places there is no power in those places again. When they see that the people who came to practice their oracle or their prayers in that shrine, if they are not doing it according to the original motive of that deity, then that deity will move. It's a spirit, and that deity will move and relocate to another place. And they begin to show us. Master Prophet can tell you this thing we are talking about. Understanding that Master Prophet later fight against Simon Ekpa. Copy this area, send it to Master Prophet. Tell him that the 555 vision say that he knows what we are talking about. That Arose can relocate. Let him come and say it's a lie, because they told us, those people that worship Arose, those people that listen to Arose, they say they can relocate. And most of all those are Arose that traveled other countries. We found one in Mexico that relocated in Idemili. Eki Idemili had been, people used to worship Eki Idemili in Mexico. And you go to Idemili today, you will see people worshiping Eki Idemili. That place, it is an evidences. And we found this thing out when we were studying pyramid. And it starts inside that place. It is gods of the pyramid, gods of Mexico that time. And all those things are relocating. If you go to Haiti today, you will see that this thing we are suffering today is affecting Haiti, because Haiti are Igbo people. Haiti is the first country that has independence. First black people that has independence. They are passing this marginalization we are passing through to it today in Haiti. How many people knows about Haiti? Very, very close to America. The people who say they can never be slaves, they have been dumped there in South America, very, very close to Dominican. They are suffering up to today. And we are telling you things we know. Uwazurike here want to just play some kind of trickish game. And that trickish game, our prime minister want him to be open. Recognize him, simple and short, as the prime minister. Let them play the game. If you believe non-violence, he himself believe anything. Simple and short. Simple analysis. We don't normally watch we don't watch Nigerian home movie in Europe because we passed the level of watching Nigerian home movie. Learning the life of the people you have come across, bringing your brain undergrading your brain. You watch criminal analysis. That's why when we are here, we will tell you according to what we learn from your colonial masters. That's why our analysis is different to your own. Our analysis is different. Consistency is the key, and we are not afraid of making mistake. Rather, we are ready to take correction whenever error is being detected in anything we do. That is our own motto. Uwazurike has made the gain, the grand test mistake of his life. I wish Uwazurike would gone home and keep weight than all this comment. In this area, all Matthew, in this area, akwe foro nkreka nkata nwuru obara. That's why our prime minister is sending message to him. These people, our prime minister need information. You understand? Anaghị atụfu nkreka nkata. You got to go nkreka nkata ada atụfu ya. America doesn't have death sentence. Okay, I think death sentence has been eliminated. Death sentence has been eliminated in some developed countries. Go and read Malcolm X. Death sentence has been eliminated. So you have to keep those people by the corner. They have some information. They have some information which we need in this struggle. Don't tell me that our prime minister doesn't know that Uwazurike had a meeting and he created the de facto government. Don't tell me that our prime minister doesn't know that after Ojukwu, it was Uwazurike. Don't tell me that our prime minister doesn't know that from Masob, Nnamdi Kanu come out. And our prime minister have never one day tell you that Nnamdi Kanu is not his leader. He is still serving under Nnamdi Kanu. Are you getting it now? And Uwazurike should know that this is a chain game. It is a chain game. And this chain game, our prime minister says he is the last bus stop. Try to get what we are talking. This is a Orie Afo Ojukwu Uwazurike Nnamdi Kanu Simon Ekpa. He said he will be the last bus stop. That's why you see him struggling. Sending this message to him. Make us a video. Let's know if your hand is there. If your hand is there, there is no problem. But if your hand is not there, make us a video. The video we receive, he said, take me away from anything Asare Dokubo and all those people. That is what the message we get. We deliver our own message the way we hear it, because we are not backing down our messages. Apostle James, Apostle James, this is important broadcast. Please share this broadcast as well. Very important. Yes, thank you. At least we are sharing. We are sharing. We move. I want to read Diana. The game changer himself. He will never look for trouble. Please, they should let him be. He is a peaceful, kind, and gracious man. in everything he does. God of the land is with him. God of the land is with him always, and the God of the land has given him more than 1,000 men wisdom for him to ask Uwazurike to release his message. Uwazurike has no remedy anymore. Joseph Chukwuelo. Uwazurike has no remedy anymore. He and Asari Dokubo is just almost the same threat. I don't dispute it, but we want to understand why our prime minister says, Uwazurike, tell us if your hand is still with the activity of Asari Dokubo. That is what we want to understand. And we are hearing something here. Let us continue.
To me, so anybody in Ojukwu today, because he handed over the struggle for Biafran, to me, so anybody in this struggle today is under me. I should fight for the person more than any other person. And of course, that's why I should fight for the person more than any other person. Ojukwu today, because he handed over the struggle for Biafran to me. So anybody in this struggle today is under me. This situation happens. What will he do? He will fight for the person. And I represent Ojukwu today because he handed over the struggle for Biafran to me. So anybody in this struggle today is under me.
What do you hear? What do you hear? If you don't hear something, let me tell you what is cooking. Again.
Situation happens. What will he do? He will fight for the person. And I represent Ojukwu today because he handed over the struggle for Biafran to me. So anybody in this struggle today is under me.
When does our prime minister requested this video, and when did Uwazurike remove this video? He says anybody inside this struggle today is under him. That is where the game starts. The war. Uwazurike, let's so okay. Nah, that man they send it too much. Uwazurike, Godwin. Uwazurike should go and sit down. Now you people now understand what is cooking here. To go and sit down. His time has gone. Then this is good. Then our sister Ebere Peter, very soon Uwazurike will have long balance voice under IPOB autopilot. The journey is getting interesting. For now, he's still in Nigeria coverage, and as a result, he don't have a balanced voice. Do you hear where the game is going?
I need to ask myself, if Ojukwu were alive and this situation happens, what will he do? He will fight for the person. And I represent Ojukwu today because he handed over the struggle for Biafran to me. So anybody in this struggle today is under me. To me. So
anybody in this struggle today is under him. We analyze deep. Critical thinking IPOB autopiloted. We analyze deep. That is where you see the game. Uwazurike have recognized Nnamdi Kanu. He said that Nnamdi Kanu is his boy. Are you people getting it? Because Ojukwu handed it over to him. Ojukwu handed it over to him. It may be laughable. Maybe right also this is laughable, or it is not laughable. However you may think about it, this is human imaginations. But the fact is fact. Something happened for something to happen. Ndị Igbo says, ihe na-akụ n'ihe were eme. I'm not under Uwazurike, please. Let him know. Yes, you have your right. Something is cooking. Something is cooking. Uwazurike said Ojukwu handed him over. Then Uwazurike has come and recognized Nnamdi Kanu as his boy. Uwazurike think we Biafran are stupid. He want to be our leader and can never be. He is an evil man, Kingsley. So the things are coming. The things are coming. Uwazurike now, you see what is happening here? We told you that there is something Uwazurike need from our prime minister and something our prime minister need from him. Two things is cooking here. You know, when we preach about Peter Obi, the battle between Peter Obi and our prime minister, Simon Ekpa, that time he was the spokesperson of Biafra, the war between Peter Obi and the Biafran spokesperson, Simon Ekpa. We say this war, we will see how it is going. But in as much as we are critical thinking IPOB autopiloted, that Simon Ekpa is going to win Peter Obi. And Simon Ekpa won. He won the battle. He won the battle. You have seen how he went to rest. But our prime minister demanded for this video. I hope he will analyze this video. Then people will then understand. I am not going to, bro, happy new week. Thank you, Godwin. Thank you. I am not going to say any other thing, but you have heard Uwazurike, what he is demanding for. You know, it is difficult. But before we come to preach Biafra, we took oath that we will not be afraid of making mistake. We are ready to take a correction whenever mistake is being dictated in anything we do. If we analyzing this video today is a crime, then anybody who will say it's not good will ask me, I will place apology. But I don't see reason of placing apology. I am just analyzing, because they say that the sea has a new challenge every now and then. And our eyes is to study the outcome of the wave in order for the riders to know how to ride on top of the wave. Are you getting it now? Lawrence Uwazurike is cunning man. This is right, Lawrence. He is a cunning man. You cannot use cunning man to meet a cunning man, because Simon Ekpa is also a cunning man. But more open. He made it open. He asked Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, if they fail to give us a referendum, what are you going to do? Mazen Nnamdi Kanu says he will destroy anything he has. Then our prime minister then asked Uwazurike, what do you know concerning Ebubago? What do you know concerning this Ebubago which Asare Dokubo is championing? Hello? What do you know concerning the request of Asare Dokubo in Asorok? Let us hear what Uwazurike says.
In this struggle today, it's under me. I should fight for the person more than any other person. And of course, that's why you want to tag me, you want to put me in my name, because you know the importance of Uwazurike in the Biafran struggle, the new Biafran struggle. Because naturally, I cannot talk about you. I cannot wake up to start discussing you or attacking you. But I don't know you.
JSON document databases sound interesting, but do you really
attacking you. But I don't know you. Because naturally, I cannot talk about it. I cannot wake up to start discussing you, attacking you. But I don't know you. Because naturally, I cannot talk about it. I cannot wake up to start discussing you, attacking you. But I don't know you.
He said that naturally he is not going to discuss about you or tagging you because he don't know you. What did he request? He says that Ojukwu handed the thing over to him, and he also knows that Nnamdi Kanu come out of him. He is ready to settle anything with Nnamdi Kanu. Are you getting something here? Are you getting something here? Then Uwazurike has discovered that the Biafra struggle is now making wave. Joseph. Then, no, I have to read this thing. Uwazurike have discovered that the Biafran struggle is making wave. He is trying to join the group, but he wants to join from the front. Tell Uwazurike that Masob didn't make it to be finish line. Okay? Uwazurike, you received the message here. Godwin, nobody is under him so far. The liberation of the indigenous people of Biafra is consigned, as I said before. His time has gone. Listen why Uwazurike doesn't want to mention the name of our prime minister. Listen to it.
Because naturally, I cannot talk about it. I cannot wake up to start discussing you, attacking you. But I don't know you. Because naturally, I cannot talk about it. I cannot wake up to start discussing you, attacking you. But I don't know you. I begin to ask myself, why must a court of competent jurisdiction ask that Nnamdi Kanu be released and he's still in detention? Why must people like Ohanese, people like me, people like the governors ask for his release and he's still detained? That's what worries me, not distractions of what an individual said, what he did not say. That doesn't bother me. The Supreme Court has taken adjournment, not distractions of what an individual said, what he did not say. That doesn't bother me.
You hear where he is talking now about Asari? Because Asari went to Tinubu in Asorok and he told Tinubu not to release our leader. Then Uwazurike said earlier, what is anything concerning Asari, you should separate him from there. Now, he says he is not concerned about what Asari says in Asorok. He is an individual. Let us continue. Please, why am I happy to what we are doing here today? Nobody have written anything here now that Uwazurike give me money to come and do this analysis. If you watch this analysis, it's not going in favor of anybody. And we are analyzing some things, which maybe our prime minister will analyze it in a different form or in this form. But what is happening and what is cooking here is Uwazurike want to enter, how our brother say it, somebody say it, he want to enter through front door, you know, but Obasurike want to enter through front door, you know. Then our prime minister know the game already, you know. Then let us hear him more.
The Supreme Court has taken adjournment for 4 months, citing the election. The election today is at the Court of Appeal. There's no election, not at the Supreme Court. And people didn't see the snag, the game plan in it. Now you are talking irrelevant things, discussing irrelevant issues. If the Supreme Court thought election would distract them, why not ask that Nnamdi Kanu be transferred to operational center? If the Supreme Court thought election would distract them, why not ask that Nnamdi Kanu be transferred to operational center? Election would distract them. Why not ask that Nnamdi Kanu be transferred to operational center?
You know, here, some people doesn't understand the differences between prison and the DSS dungeon. Some people doesn't understand the differences between the both. And let us continue to say something. Shame on you, saboteur, Uwazurike. Then, yes, Uwazurike has messed up. Yeah, he messed up heavily. You understand? Michael, John, Uwazurike messed up, yeah, heavily. Then let us continue.
Then we finish with our election. What is the Supreme Court doing today? They're not doing anything. Because after the Court of Appeal has finished its own part, and to go to the Supreme Court, if there is need for that. But that they use it as excuse to take 4 months adjournment. DSS dungeon is not where someone should stay. I have been there for 6 months. I have been there for 6 months. 4 months adjournment. DSS dungeon is not where someone should stay. I have been there for 6 months and 4 months adjournment. DSS dungeon is not where someone should stay. I have been there for 6 months, and that 6 months was like 10 years. 4 months adjournment. DSS dungeon is not where someone should stay. I have been there for 6 months.
He says, DSS dungeon is not a place someone should stay. That he has been there for 6 months, and that 6 months is like 10 years for him. Now you connect now the dot here. Now we have people. Biafra is life, because life do not die. Biafra Vision. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us. Share the message, hit the like button, so that people will know we are here. Then we continue. We continue with what we are doing.
But that they use it as excuse to take 4 months adjournment. DSS dungeon is not where someone should stay. I have been there for 6 months, and that 6 months was like 10 years. I have been there for 6 months, and that 6 months was like 10 years. Because it's solitary confinement. It's against the law. I have been there for 6 months, and that 6 months was like 10 years. Because it's solitary confinement. It's against the law.
He says that he has been there for six months, and that 6 months is like 10 years. Nnamdi Kanu has been there now 2 years. 2 years. If 6 years can be like 10 years, how many years do you think Nnamdi Kanu is there now? That is 6, 12, 18, 24. You know, how many years do you think Nnamdi Kanu is there now? If 6 months for Uwazurike is like 10 years, Nnamdi Kanu is now there for 2 years. Multiply 6 months, divide the area. You divide the area, you will have 10 years. A times by 6 months. Then you know how many years Nnamdi Kanu is paying jail in front of Uwazurike. Yeah, critical analysis. How many years in front of Uwazurike? Take your calculator, calculate if 6 months is 10 years in front of Uwazurike inside DSS confinement. How many years has Nnamdi Kanu paid? 34. Yes, you see it. You see it. People are here. And then, people who think critical are here. Yes, good evening. beloved brother, no one from Biafran land will ever trust that man again. We are no more talking about trust, Malachi. We are not talking about trust. No, we are not. Even nobody is talking about trust here. Godwin say it is 34. 34. Godwin, is it 34 years, 34 years, or 34 months, or 34 again? Godwin Ezekiel said it is 240 years. Ihan just said it is 40 years. Do you hear it? Look at how many years Nnamdi Kanu is paying in the eyes of Uwazurike. If 6 months is 10 years for Uwazurike, let us begin to bring out something. There is a reason why our prime minister asked for this this thing. How many people Godwin have said it? It's 40 years. 40 years. Nnamdi Kanu now is 40 years. 40 good years. You know, when they tell you about prison, you will not understand. How it is. 40 is 40 years. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. 40. How many years? Chukwudi said it is 40. Unbelievable. Tell us, happy Ume, 40 years. Unbelievable. This is now the game. You know why we are here now. We are bringing the game, and we are telling you now why our prime minister requested for this audio. Kandime, Evans, 40 years. Kandime, 40 years. Are you getting it? So Nnamdi Kanu now is serving 40 years. Sebastian also confirmed it is 40 years in the eyes of Uwazurike. Now, you people should know the kind of suffering Nnamdi Kanu is suffering. The late message was they send him doctor to go and check him. The same DOS stopped those medical people on the way. Uwazurike should not come close to this finish fight after he had made us lose hope. We don't need him. Manessa, thank you for your comments. Our leader, Aja, our leader asked Uwazurike for this message. So anything that makes him to ask it, that is what you are seeing. I believe he will analyze it later.
In law, there is a limit to which one could be kept in solitary confinement. I have been there for 6 months, and that 6 months was like 10 years. Because it's solitary confinement. It's against the law. In law, there is a limit to which one could be kept in solitary confinement. Not this longer length of time. It doesn't worry your people. What worries people is gossip for the social media, blackmail, propaganda. Nonsense. Don't put my name there. Do your propaganda. I will never come out to challenge you on the methodology you want to use to achieve Biafra. If you want violence, you think Biafra could be gotten through violence, go ahead. But what we can to challenge you on the methodology you want to use. Don't put my name there. Do your propaganda. I will never come out to challenge you on the methodology you want to use to achieve Biafra. If you want violence, you think Biafra could be gotten through violence, go ahead. The methodology you want to use to achieve Biafra. If you want violence, you think Biafra could be gotten through violence, go ahead. But Uwazurike says Biafra could be gotten through non-violence.
to go out of the track here. Uwazurike, our prime minister, send a message to Uwazurike, and Uwazurike send back a message. Uwazurike, our prime minister called the name of Uwazurike, but Uwazurike found it difficult to mention the name of our prime minister. But he says here, he says in this place,
the methodology you want to use to achieve Biafra. If you want violence, you think Biafra could be gotten through violence, go ahead. But Uwazurike says Biafra could be gotten through non-violence, and I stand by it. Don't incommode me. I don't believe in all the violence. Go ahead. But Uwazurike says Biafra could be gotten through non-violence, and I stand by it.
I think this thing is getting very, very interesting now. It's getting interesting because our prime minister will analyze this maybe in a different way. Uwazurike has sold his life to Ale Matthew. Uwazurike has sold his life to the devil for dropping the agitation in the first place. Instead, apologies to Nnamdi Kanu. Go back to his house. Then Uche Chukwu, just come in now. From my own calculation, it's 40 years. Okay, yes, we have come across that place. Then Nkiru Deborah, Uwazurike is not looking for Biafra. If not, he will not condemn Simon. Nkiru Deborah, he have just said something here. Then Happy Ume, please ask this fallen angel if who is using violence. Ask this fallen angel who is using violence. He should stop spreading propaganda on our PM. Yes, that is good. Deborah 555 Vision, please don't trust Uwazurike. We are not playing the game of trust here, Nkiru. We are not playing the game of trust here. Then Uwazurike is a traitor to the core. He is jealous and envious over over Mazi Simon Ekpa and the government in exile. He is a fool. Then we continue. This is the message Uwazurike sent to our prime minister.
Biafra. If you want violence, you think Biafra could be gotten through violence, go ahead. But Uwazurike says Biafra could be gotten through non-violence, and I stand by it.
Here now, Uwazurike says that Biafra could be gotten through non-violence. And that is why he said earlier that it was the reason he joined with Uchemefo. That was the reason he joined with Uchemefo. And when he see that Asare Dokubo needed violence, and through that violence, he want to use Nnamdi Kanu as propaganda. He said, no, he is not there. Our leader has go through a lot just for we Biafra to have good life. We must stand our leader, Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa. We are strongly behind them. Chukwu, Nkiru, unity with who? Those that believe in what you believe. What? However, we are analyzing. Let us hear.
Violence. You think Biafra could be gotten through violence, go ahead. But Uwazurike says Biafra could be gotten through non-violence, and I stand by it. Don't incommode me. I don't believe in all these talk and bull stories. I have things I'm working out for. if the whole of Ohanese and prominent Igbo sons and daughters ask for the release of Nnamdi Kanu and the federal government couldn't grant it, then what they could grant is an individual who says Nnamdi Kanu should not be released. Then we look at them now. If I decide to go to Abuja to say Nnamdi Kanu should not be granted bail or should not be released, his opinion cannot overpower or torpedo the opinions of all of us, both Ohanese, both people like me and all that. If I decide to go to Abuja to say Nnamdi Kanu should not be granted bail or should not be released, his opinion cannot overpower or torpedo the opinions of all of us, both Ohanese, both people like me and all that, including the governors. Why should I discuss that? That's his private opinion.
Are you a hardworking Filipino abroad supporting your family?
At the point, Sadi Kuba was at the forefront of the Biafra struggle, saying, I'm a Biafran, I'm an Igbo, I have Igbo blood, all this. At what point now has it changed? Ask yourself that question. Because when you are pointing at one appealing finger at someone, there is a point against you. He was working with you at a point. He was training your security at a point. You quarreled. I saw on the social media when some of you were depicting him as a pig, didn't you? You tell yourself the truth. But today, you are fighting with him now. It happens. In a struggle like this, there's always implosion. But it doesn't take away the objective of the struggle. Didn't you people classify me as a saboteur and all that over time? Is it not what you are doing to aside the cover today? Are you better? Even in your own organizations, how many factions do you have now? Eh? If somebody in your organization can come up and say he's the prime minister, that means you are taking over the place of Nnamdi Kanu. Because the prime minister is supposed to be number one. Then if you are number one, what is Nnamdi Kanu in prison? If somebody in your organization can come up and say he's the prime minister, that means you are taking over the place.
Uwazurike is playing the game which he played against Nnamdi Kanu. Now, let us read the comments. Uwazurike is just deceiving. I think we get this thing before. Yes, then when you are pushed to the wall, fighting back, should it be called violence? Then we go, he is a fool. Ask him how many people that was killed in Aba when we were following him up. This is it one. This man has such a small mind. What a pity. Yeah? What a pity. We move. Then, Uwazurike, you claim, Uwazurike, you also claimed number one. Then why don't you release Nnamdi Kanu before now? Now, we know Uwazurike, a trickish man, a greedy man. The same, maybe Uwazurike will watch this thing, this analysis, but we are sending message to him. The game Uwazurike played against Nnamdi Kanu is what he is trying now to play against our prime minister. Eh? Akachukwu. Thank you. We trust our PM. He knows where to put somebody like that. Yes. Uwazurike here now have said exactly. He used the word our prime minister want him to use. Obasurike want to collude the head of Nnamdi Kanu and the head of Simon Ekpa together. And in our previous videos, we said that anything that will bring problem between Simon Ekpa and Nnamdi Kanu, may that thing never exist in Biafran history. That is what Uwazurike has not think. Uwazurike, after second thought, Uwazurike now understand that Nnamdi Kanu is his hero to carry the agitation which he left behind, to carry it along. Uwazurike, why should you then stand against Simon Ekpa being Biafran prime minister when Nnamdi Kanu is inside the SS confinement, which you know that Nnamdi Kanu has served 40 years? Because Uwazurike only served 10 years, 6 months, 6 months, which is 10 years, and 2 years, which is 40 years. Now, Uwazurike, tell us the reason why should you stand against our prime minister, who is Biafran prime minister in exile, not in Nigeria. And the Biafran prime minister in exile is to trade inside international communities. And he said that he is not a gentleman. He is a radical prime minister. Why should Uwazurike try to play the same card which he played when Nnamdi Kanu formed IPOB, which is the moving vehicle? Are you not getting it? He can't achieve that. Then Kate said something. Then why should Uwazurike try to play the same card? He didn't know that Simon Ekpa eye is on everybody. When you see Simon Ekpa, he said, take picture like this. He said, take picture this way. We are watching you. We are watching all over everybody. We are watching all of you. Watching all of you is if to know if the same kind of greediness which he placed on Nnamdi Kanu is still inside him, then I will take you back to Bible. A famous story of Moses. When the brothers of Moses sold him as a slave in Egypt, they later come to buy something. They later come to buy something in Egypt when there is crisis in everywhere in the world, including in the land of the Judah. Then Joseph's brothers, Benjamin and co, came to Egypt. Joseph put them on test. Then those people who sold him, Joseph said he want to know. It is Joseph. Yes, is it not Joseph? Yes, Joseph said he want to know. Thank you, Happy Henry. Happy Ume. Thank you for that correction. Joseph then says he want to know if the spirit of hatred is still inside them. He put them on test. If the spirit of jealous, envy, and greed is still inside them, then he put them inside the test. And the test which our prime minister has put in Uwazurike, that is what you have just heard here now. Let us show you again for us to Kate, what do you say? They will all be shocked of Onyendu's decision when he come out. That one, we are not afraid. We told the OS there is nothing you can do for Onyendu to go against Simon Ekpa, or for Simon Ekpa to go against Onyendu, because Simon Ekpa is playing the last card. Let us listen. Uwazurike did not hand over the battle. He sold out. Uwazurike sold out. Uwazurike sold out. Nnamdi Kanu took the battle. Nnamdi Kanu took the battle from Uwazurike by fire, by force. That was why he kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu on his wedding day. My brother Nkiru, maybe you joined us new. Nnamdi Kanu took the baton from Uwazurike. When Uwazurike found out that his armies, his ESN, his Masob army, that time betrayed him, then he took money, began to build houses, begin to build hotel. Nnamdi Kanu took the baton by fire, by force. Nnamdi Kanu autopiloted himself out of Masob. Absolutely. ESN is playing the last card, my brother. ESN, my Simon is playing the last card. That's why in the Igbo adage, they said, Eke Orie Afo Unkwo. Simon Ever has become the last bus stop to all this thing. And the Muslim Nnamdi Kanu say, if we miss Biafra in this time, there will be danger. That is why Simon Ever says, he is ready to embrace every demon in this world to make sure that Biafra comes, because he is playing the last game as angels and demons. And according to our analysis here, our PMs told Uwazurike, make us video. Let us see if the spirit of envy, jealousness, and greed is still inside you. Kate, our PM is Onyendu. Onyendu is our PM. There's no dispute about that. Susanna Nwobodo, greeting. Fafafa Vision. Biafra is the last, Biafra is a must. Somebody must to bring. Then we continue. Let us hear what our Uwazurike say.
Even in your own organizations, how many factions do you have now? Eh? There's always implosion. But it doesn't take away the objective of the struggle. Didn't you people classify me as a saboteur and all that? But today, you are fighting with him now. It happens. In a struggle like this, there's always implosion. But it doesn't take away the objective of the struggle. Didn't you people classify me as a saboteur and all that over time? Is it not what you are doing to aside the cover today? Are you better? Even in your own organizations, how many factions do you have now? Eh? If somebody in your organization can come up to say the Prime Minister, that means you are taking over the place of come up to say the Prime Minister. That means you are taking over the place of Nnamdi Kanu. Because the Prime Minister is supposed to be number one. Then if you are number one, what is Nnamdi Kanu in prison? Come up to say the Prime Minister. That means you are taking over the place of Nnamdi Kanu. Because the Prime Minister is supposed to be number one. Then if you are number one, what is Nnamdi Kanu in prison? Number come up to say the Prime Minister. That means you are taking over the place of Nnamdi Kanu. Because the Prime Minister is supposed to be number one. Then if you are number one, what is Nnamdi Kanu in prison?
What did he say?
If somebody in your organization can come up to say the Prime Minister, that means you are taking over the place of Nnamdi Kanu. Because the Prime Minister is supposed to be number one. Then if you are number one, what is Nnamdi Kanu in prison? Number two or number three, which means you have overtaken.
This was Uwazurike. He bring out this video. Uwazurike is the person. They says, keep your mouth shut, because whatever you say will be used against you in the court of law. Look at the reason why Uwazurike is the way he is today. It is difficult for our Prime Minister to recognize him. It is playing here. It is playing here because Uwazurike can play front and he can play back the same time. Now you can see Uwazurike is now jealous, the same jealousness which he placed upon Nnamdi Kanu when Nnamdi Kanu began to lead IPOB. Uwazurike say, hey, he is the leader. You see it where he said that Ojukwu handed him over the thing. But you cannot move. Here now you cannot move and you form ally with the same people who came to destroy this struggle, and which are the people who came to destroy this struggle. It is Uchemefo, it is Oyibe, it is Asade Dokubo, it is Ifeanyi Ejiofor. All the people that have meeting, including the father of the wife of Mazen Nandekano, had the same meeting with Asade Dokubo. Uwazurike have released his own, and his own problem now is that our prime minister shouldn't have become prime minister. If our prime minister is not the prime minister, then how do you think that the European Union will be recognizing his letter? If he is not the prime minister, how do you think that the United Nations will respond to his letter? If he is not the prime minister, how do you think OAU will be responding to his letters? This is where they miss the game. Is that your problem? We are talking about you games with your pig, Asare Dokubo. So that is the problem. That is the problem as Uwazurike have with our prime minister, who managed to reactivate Biafran government in exile, who managed to install Biafran Liberation Army, who managed to restore ESN. Uwazurike has once been against Nnamdi Kanu for creating ESN. Uwazurike has once been against Nnamdi Kanu for all he has done. Uwazurike now see that Simon Ekpa have taken the struggle after they colluded with Asade Dokubo to sell the struggle. Simon Ekpa pick it up. Then Uwazurike now come to play the game that he wanted Nnamdi Kanu release with a logical analysis which he has placed. If you are against Simon Ekpa, then how do you want us to trust you for asking for the release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu? You know, we are analyzing something here. We are analyzing the video of Uwazurike. This night, maybe our prime minister will play this. He will tell you, if Uwazurike is against him being the prime minister, then how do we trust you that you want Nnamdi Kanu release? It's playing there. Uwazurike and all these people in Nigeria, you people should know something, that they say that all of us are miscreants, that we are jobless. That's why we are fighting for Biafra. But when Simon Ekpa came, he said, okay, we are jobless people. This is his office. We are miscreant. He is a lawyer. We are miscreant. He is a military. We are miscreant. This is his own capacity. That language called miscreant has been abolished now. Nobody is using it again. Now we are into deep analysis, so that Igbo people says, "Etopo nketa akpa, igosi ya n'ihu, o hape ede ka atụrụ ya mbọ." Uwazurike wants to be recognized as the leader of Biafran movement, but he is still destroying the movement by placing envy, jealousness, and greed. The same thing you found inside the OS, the same thing you found inside Uchemefo, the same thing you found inside Onezendibo, the same system of divide and rule. Then Sapi promise, our PM has gotten the news, the answer. He wanted to know about Uwazurike, and the answer is very clear to everyone now. Thank you. At least I have been explaining this thing now. At least there is something I can be happy that it is getting clearer. Five Vision. I came in late. Kate Okafor, thank you. We need to study more things to know how to give information to our followers. There is a system. We are not that perfect too. He told us his stand on what Asari was blaming currently. Kate, yes, he said that anybody should separate him from any activity from of Asari Dokubo, but he is still speaking the same language. which the initial language of Asade Dokubo and Ucheme for those people that begin to attack Nnamdi Kanu. So Solomon says, Maazi, can't you see that Uwazurike is jealous? Yes, he's speaking very, very loud here because we are analyzing. He started it early, but the ending, you are seeing it, we must analyze deeply. Onye malo, Nneka favor. What is playing here is jealousy. There is nothing like there. What is playing here now is jealousy, nothing more. Yes, Onyemalo. You see the jealousy is playing. Let Uwazurike watch this analysis. That tell Uwazurike that the people inside the Biafran government in exile are CIA intelligences. The lawmakers in America, in Canada, in Australia, in all powers of this world, in Britain, these are the kind of calibers you will find inside the Biafran government in exile. And we have entered there. We see them. If we don't see the calibers of those people inside the Biafran government in exile, we will not be analyzing what we are analyzing today. And remember, in Europe here, we don't watch. Some of our Nigerian people watch Nigerian home movie. What we watch is criminal investigation to know when you fall. If you want to raise up, we will see how we want to raise you up. If you are still the same person, we will know. You see it. Onyemalo says, what is playing here is jealousy, nothing more. Uwazurike is still jealous. The same jealousness Uwazurike have over our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still the same jealous Uwazurike is displaying to our prime minister. Hello, are you getting it now? But our prime minister, then somebody says, you see, these people are here now, they are very, very intelligent. Stanley Benson, he said, but our prime minister is called Onatalago if you know, this teaching is really making sense because when people write a comment, you will see that they are following the teaching. You see what Stanley Benson wrote here. He said our prime minister is called Onatarago Ihiobunono. You got to go Onatarago Ihiobunono. Uwazurike in any which way, prime minister will go Biafra, and he says, if you don't bring referendum, which you are demanding that you need Biafra to be restored through peaceful means, bring it up. If you want it in a peaceful means through referendum, bring that your ideology. Let us work together. Simple and short. But nobody is really understanding now Uwazurike. After you said that the Nigerian government should come and take you, releasing Nnamdi Kanu, send him back to Britain and hold you. There is no justification inside all this thing. At all. It does not collide. It does not collide because anybody that is against Simon Ekpa in this present time is completely against Nnamdi Kanu because our eyes have seen the hand that is submitted the document 400 pages, which our prime minister wrote to United Nations. These eyes have seen the hand that submitted that document on the table of the European Union and the United Nations. That is the power of the Biafran prime minister. In case Uwazurike doesn't know that this eye have seen the hand that is submitted that document, 400 pages letters written by the prime minister Simon Ekpa Njoko. And this eye talking to you now have seen the hand that submitted that document on the table of European Union. This is the power of prime minister. That's why he become Biafran prime minister. Uwazurike, you miss it. Stanley, teach fools what they don't know. Don't call them fools. You know, we have to correct some people. nobody is fool. Everybody is thinking according to his own ideology, according to his own mentality. You understand? Nobody is a fool. Now we go. Then Stanley, yeah, we will teach them what we know, things everybody should know. Our prime minister may watch this thing. Uwazurike also may watch it, and they should learn that we are not miscreants. We are into critical analysis. We are into critical analysis. Go to Biafran government in exile. All of them, many of them, half of them work with the CIA. And the CIA are the people who dictate crime, who dictate who is pure, and who dictate who is right. That is the work of CIA. Intelligences, American intelligences, Igbo people, Biafran people inside the Biafran government in exile. Tell your brothers that have a PhD that their PhD, in as much as they are not working under this government of Simon Ekpa, their own education is valueless. We are analyzing it deeply. Then let's read comment. Then we continue. We have men. We have men. Know him, Chief Emma Ibe. Then what do you say, Apostle? Apostle. That's why we must share this broadcast. Not only Uwazurike, all people sabotaging this struggle must see this broadcast. Yes, advise people to watch it. Advise people to watch it very, very well. It is necessary. Then this man knows much about the social force that is killing our people. That is why he don't want to see the record. He don't want to set the record straight. You write Uwazurike so that people will not think that you are referring to me. Box in eBay. Write it so that people will know where you are directing your comment. Uwazurike will read it also. He will watch it. People will tell him to watch. You understand? Then he will see that we are no more miscreants. We are educated people. But Chukwukike Abiyama has called us to change our job, to work on the restoration of Biafra. That's why you see people, intelligences inside the Biafran government in exile. Are you understanding now? They came to help our prime minister to restore hope inside the life of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and the Biafran people at large. Then, Uwazurike, if you say that you want Biafra, you are not jealous of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, why then are you jealous of Simon Ekpa becoming the prime minister? Sir P, promise. You are very, very intelligent because some of our people don't understand what freedom means to them. Then, yes. Then, thank you for that. Now, then, Onyago, Paul, the Biafran government in exile, not in Nigeria. Nnamdi Kanu in Nigeria. Mazi Simon Ekpa in exile. This is critical analysis. Connect the dot. Then, why should Uwazurike say this thing?
If somebody in the organization can come up to say the prime minister, that means you are taking over the place of Nnamdi Kanu. Because the prime minister is supposed to be number one. Then if you are number one, what is Nnamdi Kanu in prison? It's number two or number three, which means you have overtaken him. You are taking up the platform. You are taking over the place of Nnamdi Kanu. Because the prime minister is supposed to be number one. Then if you are number one, what is Nnamdi Kanu in prison? Then if you are number one, what is Nnamdi Kanu?
There is something he said there. There is something he said there I didn't hear well. That's why I'm repeating it. I don't know if he say that if you are prime minister, you are number one. That one is clear. Then if you are prime minister, then he said something which I don't hear clearly. He said something like, if you are prime minister, that means you have taken over the struggle. That means who put Nnamdi Kanu in prison? Why you see Asari Dokubo, who formed Biafran de facto government with you, Uwazurike. Then Simon Ekpa is not asking you, Uwazurike, you are co-member, which is Sani Dokubo and Uchemefo and Ifeanyi Ejiofor has established the plan of de facto government. And the Asare Dokubo is now inside Asorok, which is there. Then Uwazurike, who put Nnamdi Kanu inside prison? We are not more miscreant. Biafran government in exile. Yes. Then let's see. All must help Biafra because Biafra is a must. If they like, let them go and die. Yes. Deborah, he will feel tooth and nail to see Nnamdi Kanu. Then, good move, my brother. Keep up. Then, most of the grammar here are hard to read. Are hard to read. But don't, my brother, you are safe reading them. In English, I don't really get it well. I don't think that the evil in Uwazurike will ever change. Kelechi, this is the thing we are talking about here. Because Uwazurike was very jealous over Mazen Nnamdi Kanu for picking up IPOB, for not serving under them. DOS mentioned the name of everybody that say, let us listen to Simon Ekpa. They write the name of ESN, they write the name of people, and they mention their name in public and say, you have to kill them. The same thing Uwazurike did, and the same GOS is working with Ifeanyi Ejiofor, and Ifeanyi Ejiofor worked with Uwazurike, and the family, the father of Uchechi Kanu, the wife of Nnamdi Kanu, worked with Uwazurike and with Asare Dokubo. Our prime minister then sent the message. He said, Uwazurike, come and give us video to know if your hand is working with Uwazurike. Uwazurike said here that whatever Asare Dokubo is doing is not his business. It is inside this video. It is down there. You can bring it naked and watch it also. Then he said whatever he is doing is not his business. Then Uwazurike then come out and say, Nnamdi Kanu, which we know that Nnamdi Kanu could not stand the betrayal of Uwazurike. When Uwazurike came out and took money from the government, he began to build hotels. Then from there, Uwazurike, Nnamdi Kanu departed. He autopiloted. This language, I want to keep on using it. He autopiloted himself out. That is the bet of autopilot. Nnamdi Kanu autopilot himself and say, I cannot be going on with Uwazurike because Uwazurike has been compromised. Then Uwazurike was nervous, the same way DOS is nervous, the same way all of them are nervous over Simon Ekpa. And Uwazurike picked Nnamdi Kanu the day of his wedding. He sent him to the forest. He naked him. He flogged him. The picture of Nnamdi Kanu nakedness, I have seen that picture. Then naked of Nnamdi Kanu, I have seen it. And that day they beat Nnamdi Kanu. Do you know what happened? Uwazurike ordered his army to go and urinate on top of the head of our great leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, which Uwazurike is now claiming that he has forgiven Nnamdi Kanu on anything he has done on the past, or anything, grievances or anything he may have on the past should be kept aside. The Nigerian government should come and take him and keep him and release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. But the same Uwazurike, who cannot carry the struggle front, is against our prime minister becoming the prime minister, meaning that Simon Ekpa is challenging him because Uwazurike said inside this place that He is now the leader in as much as Ojukwu is not here. That any other person that want to carry this agitation up should come and take permission from him. Nnamdi Kanu did not take permission from him. He naked him, he flogged him, he called women to urinate on his head, he beat him up, and he destroyed his traditional wedding day. Are you getting it? And the same envy, the same jealous, the same greed is what he is placing to our prime minister. And if you think it is a lie, you can hear Uwazurike what he said.
I'm taking over the place of Nnamdi Kanu, because the prime minister is supposed to be number one. Then if you are number one, what is Nnamdi Kanu in prison? It's number 2 or number 3, which means you have overtaken him. You are taking up the platform. And I think that was what Asante Koko is saying, that is making you declare war against him. Go to Niger Delta and fight him, and don't mention Uwazurike's name. I have nothing to do with you, all this rubbish. If you are knowledgeable, all Biafrans, we should come together and talk about the release of Nnamdi Kanu, who was held in detention. After his release, we can still go why you declare war against him. Go to Niger Delta and fight him, and don't mention Uwazurike's name. Taking up the platform. And I think that was what Asante Koko is saying, that is making you declare war against him. Go to Niger Delta and fight him, and don't mention Uwazurike's name. I have nothing.
Comment, please. Comment, please. Let us read the comment. He will fight tooth and nail. I think he will fight tooth and nail. Nkiru, Deborah, and Evo, the release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, and ask, how have he been fighting since 2 years? Nothing to show for it. Kiss record. No. What he's saying is, if Simon Ekpa is prime minister, no one, what then will Nnamdi Kanu be? Then no one knows what Nnamdi Kanu will be. Simon Ekpa, Kissy record. Simon Ekpa has not for once declared himself above Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. This is something you must understand, which everybody must understand. Simon Ekpa has never one day, Uwazurike, Simon Ekpa has never one day declared himself being above Nnamdi Kanu. He is under the leadership of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, black and white. Uwazurike, if you want Simon Ekpa to be under you, why don't you play the role of an adult? Ubo, Godwin, Ekene, Udene, Ga, Eri, Ozu, Uwazurike. You are understanding the analysis. Can you imagine this useless man? May God of Biafra deal with him. Igbo and power and recognition. Colonization has destroyed sense of reasoning. Hey, Happy Ume, this is what we are talking about. Happy, God bless you for this. Exactly. But that's what is implying. Uwazurike, in a simple form, because any which way Uwazurike may watch this thing. Uwazurike, you want Simon Ekpa to come loyal to you. Simon Ekpa has nothing to come loyal to you. He is not against coming loyal to you. Simon Ekpa wants to know if his life is safe in your hand. Simple. Simon Ekpa wants to know if his life is safe in your hand. That's why he said, send us message for us to know who is really sponsoring Asari Dokubo. Udo Ada, thank you. Who is working with Asari Dokubo? And Uwazurike has made it open here. Uwazurike have proven to us once again that he has not forgiven Nnamdi Kanu for creating IPOB. Neither is he going to support Simon Ekpa being the prime minister in exile, not even in Nigeria. And Simon Ekpa, the day we voted him to become prime minister in exile, he said he is still under the leadership of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, which Uwazurike himself have recognized that Nnamdi Kanu is the person pushing this struggle forward. Does it mean that Uwazurike didn't know that Nnamdi Kanu say, Uwazurike, go and listen to Simon Ekpa, who is bringing a new dimension in this awareness we are making. Listen to him, take ideology from him, because he is coming to do what he himself have not done, even what Uwazurike have not done, even what Ojukwu himself has not done. And he told you he is the last man struggle, last man on this battle. We have to read. We don't want to miss comments because people are really enjoying. Solomon Mba, Mazi, this is what we see in some of our Biafran people, just to bring you down. Isi guzo of Ohaneze Ndi Igbo, isi guzo si bujie ya. Solomon, that is the life of Igbo man. That's why Nnamdi Kanu call them IGPO. Then Solomon Mba says, Mazi, this is what we see in some of our Biafran people, just to bring you down from what you are doing, just because you are not doing it with him. That is the game. Now, people, you can read the analysis of our Solomon. Then, Chooks, author. Why is it that the man Uwazurike always feel he is superior to talk nonsense, while forgotten he sowed the struggle? Na Jomo, Ubezuonu, Uwazurike is a saboteur. You can see it playing out loud here. Key record. So in all Uwazurike said here, he did not see any danger in what Asare Dokubo is said. You see, Uwazurike has not seen any danger. He said he should go to Niger Delta and fight him. Now, Sapi promise is it's very clear to everyone that he's working with Asare Dokubo. You can see it. Uwazurike, read the comments. Bere Peter, our beloved sister. Then here is it. Why not me? Is what is playing now. He formally has the opportunity, but he could not stand the test of time. In some part of Nigeria, said, can someone good come from old eastern region? They say, can anything come out of Nazareth? That is what our sister Ebere Peter said here now. You can see everything playing. Tell Uwazurike to watch this analysis. Understand, from 555 vision. The game is playing itself here. Uwazurike, why we demanded for your video is for us to know if the brothers that sold Joseph are still jealous over his dream. And Uwazurike, you kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu. At least you want to tell us that your hand is not under the kidnap of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. You washed yourself, but you have equipped your boys like Asare Dokubo, who accepted that he himself kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu. But you aparted yourself. You said here that since 3 years, you have not communicated with them, but you have set up agenda to them. because you fighting against our prime minister, meaning that you know something concerning Nnamdi Kanu. And you know something concerning what Asari Dokubo is doing. Uwazurike should go and eat the money he collected from Nigerian government. Simple. And forget about this thing. Then Uwazurike is just distracting us. Let's forget about him and move forward. Uwazurike has nothing to offer. Chukwudi Chidobe, our prime minister, demanded for this video, for Uwazurike to make video, and Uwazurike has made his own video. Then Sonny Echo Man, Uwazurike has condemned Nnamdi Kanu before. Now he's condemning Simon Ekpa. Who is he? Who is he supporting to ensure that Biafra is actualized by the promise he made to Ojukwu? Uwazurike, you see the question Sonny Echoman ask you. Uwazurike, read this thing. How are you now? He said here now, you condemned Nnamdi Kanu before. You condemned Simon Ekpa. Who is he supporting to ensure that, or Uwazurike, he asked, who are you then supporting to ensure that Biafra is actualized by the promise, Uwazurike, you made with Ojukwu? You said Ojukwu handed this thing over to you. You did not support Nnamdi Kanu. You nakeded him. You called women to urinate on him. You naked him. These eyes have seen the nakedness of Nnamdi Kanu. When you naked him on his own wedding day, traditional wedding day, you kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu to take this agitation out of him. Let's say you just tell Asari Dokubo that you don't want your hand to be involved of kidnap of Nnamdi Kanu. You don't want your hand to be anything that Asari Dokubo, anything you want to do, go and do, but don't involve me. It is a language. You know, we are dealing on that critical analysis. It is right. Uwazurike, you may say something like that. The arrest of Nnamdi Kanu. No, but normally, Nigerian government, you should release him because the law have freed him. We can understand this thing. But that language you used by sequestrating Nnamdi Kanu, by kidnapping Nnamdi Kanu, sequestration is another language of kidnap. That language you speak by kidnapping Nnamdi Kanu, that time, is still the language Uwazurike is still speaking till today, when Nnamdi Kanu even authorized our prime minister to go ahead with his own new dimensional ideology, which Ojukwu doesn't have, which Uwazurike doesn't have. Even he, Nnamdi Kanu, have that ideology, but he cannot execute it because Nnamdi Kanu says, upon all these followers he has not been able to find 15 men that can execute this plan. Then, Nnamdi Celestine, but Mazi Paul, Uwazurike said the derogatory word about our PM. To me, I never saw anything reasonable about what he said. How can you see something reasonable? Our PM, you don't know what is called psyching, Nnamdi Celestine. Our PM psych. Our PM psyched Uwazurike to come public to vomit this thing. We are telling you now, explaining to you the effect of the message, which at the psyche, which Uwazurike followed to the trap. Now you have said there is nothing reasonable Uwazurike have to offer. That's why our prime minister found it difficult to recognize him as a leader. But our prime minister recognizing Nnamdi Kanu as a leader, his spiritual son under Biafran restoration. Are you getting it now? Indeed, Nnamdi Kanu is a prophet. Yes. Ebere, Peter. But surprise, surprise. This Ebere you can write. Nnamdi Kanu break the record. And that's why he earned Obi object respect and many others. That is the thing. Ebere. Nnamdi Kanu break record by picking up Simon Ekpa and say, go and listen to that guy who is bringing a new dimension. Ideology. You must recognize someone who want to bring something new. Why not? Simon Ekpa have military ideology. He has all this ideology. You must make use of him. One of the video of Simon Ekpa, he says that Roger Lawrence of Ghana, you know how Ghana become good. All these things are inside the project of Simon Ekpa. Maybe people don't know. And that's why our leader, Nnamdi Kanu, said, go and listen to him. He is going to lead in front. Nnamdi Kanu knows that they have sold him. He said he is going to lead in front. But give him a slot for our people to listen to on how we will restore Biafra in our own time. Because this guy is loaded with new ideology on Biafran restoration. Uwazurike did not hear this thing. Then, key record. He feels so entitled as if Biafra is in his company. So sad to tell Biafra. So sad. Tell him Biafra is a country and not his individual business. Uwazurike, hear the message. Hear the message. Yeah? Key record, send it to you. The Biafra is not your father's business. Okay? Then he is the last man standing. Yes, thank you. Then Solomon Umba, Mazi, you can see how many Yoruba people standing for Sunday Igboho. Yes, Uwazurike found it difficult to stand for Simon Ekpa. Then Apostle, this is a battle between light and the other side, darkness. Our prime minister still remain the good guy completely because we have seen the heart of Prof. Uwazurike. Solomon Umba stand for Sunday Igboho, yes. Then Drama Queen Simon Ekpa has said it that we are not going to make the mistake that was made in the past. And that is why everything he does now come out successfully with God's help. That is the thing. Because Simon Ekpa, to support you what you say, Drama Queen, Simon Ekpa says he is once Igbo president, Igbo Union president in Finland. He know how Igbo people behave. All how Igbo people behave have come out here in the comment section. That's why we appreciate writing. That when you write, everything will be registered. Now, Simon Ekpa said he know the heart of Igbo people, how they want the power and how they want influence, how they betray each other. Then, when the mount will come on him, he said he will become your last bus stop by ese na okari okwu oketere. Osi na okari okwu oketere because he know already how our people behave. That's why if you want war, he give you a war. Then, comment. Let us continue. Then the people are really now understanding the game. Our own teaching, we show our own teaching the way we get it. Then what is Stella? Ibem. Stella, the truth of the matter is this: all of those people fighting against Nnamdi Kanu are the same people that are fighting against Simon Ekpa. and they are doing it out of envy, jealous, and hatred. Do you see it? Uwazurike, try to read the comment section as well, because we are no more miscreants. We are IPOB critical thinking members. Then Obinna says, Uwazurike is like a child who eats his cake. He can't have it again. Uwazurike, these are the comments coming out from your video. But mind you, Uwazurike, we are no more miscreants. Uwazurike and Asari Dokubo are one, working together to display Biafra, to delay Biafra coming, but they have failed. Susanna Nwobodo, you see it, Uwazurike, people are bearing a naked witness. We are analyzing everything here. Then, Mazepol, you re seeing that Uwazurike video from a different angle, but the man Uwazurike was only being rhetoric about our leader Onyendu, because he never loved Onyendu. He's only pretending. You see the video how we started it, but the final will justify. Now you see what you are writing here, how the analysis is started. That is how we are coming. Uwazurike, now people are seeing your nakedness the same way you naked and Nambikano, the same way we are seeing your nakedness, because your heart, Uwazurike, people are writing here now that your heart is not clear over Nambikano or Simon Ekpa. So your video is speaking everything. Then Stella Ibem, Maaze Nambikano and Simon Ekpa are God sent. They cannot destroy them. Then Ebere Peter, Uwazurike is still in the spirit. He will understand that Mazen Nambekano prophecy is what is coming to pass. He said, and I quote, I will take the lead myself in the front. Hi, critical thinkers. Elohim is aware of him being in the front. Mazen Nambekano says, he gave us fasting and praying. Ebera. He gave us fasting and praying. Then he said he will lead in front. That after this time, the game will start to change. You people will begin to hear different kind of things you never heard before. That is what he said. He will lead in front. And when he lead in front, this will happen, separating the chaffs from the wheat itself. And the vote of confidence has been passed against the DOS. And who are the DOS? Ifeanyi Ejiofor, DOS, Chike Doziem, and the just other recruited E-warriors, 500 recruited E-dogs. Are they not? And which people worked with Uwazurike? And which people worked with Uchemefo? Simon Ekpa told these people, maybe you don't know what is happening, but you may betray this struggle after thought. Not only that you heard that Nnamdi Kanu has been rendition to Nigeria, but you still standing on the side of DOS, you are betraying this struggle after thought. Uwazurike, they told you here that you cannot do anything again. Your own is gone. Then, oh, hey, Biafra. You are teaching. Teachings are awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Nnamdi Celestine. Useless Uwazurike, nobody is under you. Foolish, foolish man. Yes. Uwazurike, if you would have been yourself, and retain your respect, it will be better. Diana. Yes, he was the president of the Igbo Union in Finland for good 4 years. So he knows everything about envy and jealous, hatred, greediness, corrupt, and foolishness of our people. You see it? Diana, thank you. You are one of us critical thinking IPOBs. You know, Simon Eber has been prepared long time ago to carry this thing. If you can never fight against what you don't know how to fight. Number one, Nnamdi Kanu say IGBO. He referred us to one film. He said the Igbo man in that film is the worst saboteur in that film. IGBO. That these people, nobody can be able to talk about them. Then Simon Eber trained himself when he was the leader of Igbo people in Finland. He knows all these things. Diana wrote out. And what did she write out? She says, yes, Simon Ekpa was the president of Igbo Union in Finland for good 4 years. So he knows everything about the envy, hatred, greediness, corrupt, and the foolishness in the life of Igbo people. They really selfish. Ndibo, Uwazurike, they are sending this kind of message because of you, because we know you already. We listen to Uwazurike and because we call it a day.
To do with you all this rubbish. If you are knowledgeable, all Biafrans, we should come together and talk about the release of Nnamdi Kanu who was held in detention. After his release, we can still go hellwire to disagree. That's the best thing to do. I'm not the best people you will kill, the best people you do this and that, and you're not even in Nigeria, you're somewhere. The money, the contribution you can do is to send money to people, young boys, give them money, drug, then they start killing people for you. And you think that is what Uwazurike is doing too. I'm too decent to do that. They are somewhere. The money, the contribution you can do is to send money to people, young boys, give them money, drug, then they start killing people for you. And you think that is what Uwazurike is doing too. I'm too decent to do that. If we have such an army that can wipe out the whole Niger Delta, why not use it? Go to Abuja and bring that to Nnamdi Kanu. For how long now have you done sit at home in the Southeast in order to bring out Nnamdi Kanu? For almost 2 years. It has never worked. And up to today, somebody is doing sit at home. Is it for the interest of Nnamdi Kanu? Ask yourself that question. Certainly not. Nobody will say it, but I'm saying it. If you are doing sit at home today to say it's because of Nnamdi Kanu, you are a bloody liar. Somebody is doing sit at home. For almost 2 years. It has never worked. And up to today, somebody is doing sit at home. Is it for the interest of Nnamdi Kanu? Ask yourself that question. Certainly not. Nobody will say it, but I'm saying it. If you are doing sit at home today to say it's because of Nnamdi Kanu, you are a bloody liar. You are doing it for your selfish interests. Those who are fighting for the rights of Nnamdi Kanu are not even talking.
Should make himself open. Uwazurike is now making himself open. Why did our prime minister, I am repeating this thing again, and Nnamdi, you are still intergesting. Uwazurike, nobody knows exactly what is cooking. But through this video now, compare and the contrast. Nnamdi Kanu teach us compare and the contrast. The game is playing right in front of you. And Ndi Igbo says, Nnamdi Igbo onye Igbo. They says, Ana atọpụta nkịta akpa egosi ya hụ n'ihu. Now, Uwazurike here is telling you that he is against the sit at home. And he need Nnamdi Kanu to be released. That if you didn't hear what we are doing, hear him.
Today, to say it's because of Nnamdi Kanu, you are a bloody liar. For how long now have we done sit at home in the Southeast in order to bring out Nnamdi Kanu? For almost 2 years, it has never worked. And up to today, somebody is doing sit at home. Is it for the interest of Nnamdi Kanu? Ask yourself that question. Certainly not. Nobody will say it, but I'm saying it. If you are doing sit at home today to say it's because of Nnamdi Kanu, you are a bloody liar. You are doing it for a selfish interest. Those who are fighting for the rights of Nnamdi Kanu are not even talking. Don't mention Uwazurike's name. Don't mention Uwazurike's Nnamdi Kanu are not even talking. You are doing it for a selfish interest. Those who are fighting for the rights of Nnamdi Kanu are not even talking. You are doing it for a selfish interest. Those who are fighting for the rights of Nnamdi Kanu are not even talking. Those who are fighting for the rights of Nnamdi Kanu are not even talking. Those who are fighting for the rights of Nnamdi Kanu are not even talking. Those who are fighting for the rights of Nnamdi Kanu are not even talking.
Then, here now you come to underground work. He says, those who is fighting for the release of Nnamdi Kanu are not even talking. Then, the person who instead sit at home for the whole universe to hear that the leader of indigenous people of Biafra is inside the SA dungeon, where he himself has stayed for 6 months. And the 6 months for him is like 10 years. Calculating the one Nnamdi Kanu have stayed, that means Nnamdi Kanu have stayed 40 years. And Uwazurike says here, those who is fighting for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, which he counted himself as those who is fighting for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. He says, according to him, hear him, he had to tell us what we hear.
If you are doing sit at home today to say it's because of Nnamdi Kanu, you are a bloody liar. You are doing it for a selfish interest. Those who are fighting for the rights of Nnamdi Kanu are not even talking. Those who are fighting for the rights of Nnamdi Kanu are not even talking. Those who are fighting for the rights of Nnamdi Kanu are not even talking. Don't mention Uwazurike's name. I am the founder of the new Biafra. Not you. You were not there when I did it. You are making money out of it today through my sweat. Most of you Nnamdi Kanu today through my sweat. Don't mention Uwazurike's name. I am the founder of the new Biafra. Not you. You were not there when I did it. You are making money out of it today through my sweat. Don't mention Uwazurike's name. I am the founder of the new Biafra. Not you. You were not there when I did it. You are making money out of it today through my sweat. Don't mention Uwazurike's name. I am the founder of the new Biafra. Southeast, in order to bring out Nnamdi Kanu.
Are you people really getting it now? Are you people getting it now? Are you people seeing it playing clear? The jealousness. He said he is the founder of the new Biafra, and the Simon Ekpa is making money out of it. That's why. And the same accusation is what they accused Nnamdi Kanu. They said that Nnamdi Kanu is making money out of IPOB. And he is the new founder of Biafra. And Nnamdi Kanu was making money out of from IPOB. Because Nnamdi Kanu says, donate money, let us defend our land. The same accusation that made Uwazurike to kidnap Nnamdi Kanu, naked him, beat him up, send women to urinate on his head. The same thing Uwazurike is saying here. Let us read Stella. Simon Ekpa is tested and trusted. So whosoever hated Simon Ekpa hated the truth. Simon Ekpa is a man who hates injustice and lies in his life. You know him very, very well. Then, hi, I'm watching Vision. Thank you. Then we are going, Chris, Amy. Every average Igbo man is after money, 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 money. They like money more than anything. Stella again, Oga, stop crying. This just the beginning of your problem. Uwazurike, this message is directed to you, not to me. You understand? So that when you write this thing, Stella, this is social media, because we know we receive attack too. You write it, Uwazurike, stop crying. This is just the beginning of your problem. So a point of a little correction, so that people will know exactly where the area you are going. Now, Uwazurike problem is this.
For almost 2 years, it has never worked. And up to today, somebody is doing sit at home. Is it for the interest of Nnamdi Kanu? Ask yourself that question. Certainly not. Nobody will say it, but I'm saying it. If you are doing sit at home today to say it's because of Nnamdi Kanu, you are a bloody liar. You are doing it for a selfish interest. Those who are fighting for the rights of Nnamdi Kanu are not even talking. Those who are fighting for the rights of Nnamdi Kanu are not even talking. Those who are fighting for the rights of Nnamdi Kanu are not even talking. Don't mention Uwazurike's name. I am the founder of the new Biafran. Not you. You were not there when I did it. You are making money out of it today through my sweat. Most of you Nnamdi Kanu picked and all that. I don't know any of you. I don't have need for you. But you mention my name with respect.
Si está cansado de los molestos mosquitos, mire esto. Este dispositivo.
I don't want this. If you are doing your thing, do your thing the way you want to do. Why must I discuss with Asari the Kobo to kill Biafrans or jihadists, blah, 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 on social media? I come and join issues with you on social media, leaving the subject matter. If you have idea of how Nnamdi Kanu can come out now, we discuss it, we talk about it, whatever it takes. I talk, I contribute, and not irrelevant matters. If somebody says that his forefathers or grandparents sold their forefathers, you answer him now. What's my business? Am I not an Igbo man? If Asari Dukobo says that his parents sold Ndi Igbo, I wasn't there when his parents did that. But certainly today, you cannot sell for Uwazurike. That's how it is. I wasn't there when his parents did that. But certainly today, you cannot sell for Uwazurike. I wasn't there when his parents did that. But certainly today, you cannot sell.
If it is now, he cannot allow Uwazurike, Asari Dokubo to be selling in the Igbo. But Asari Dokubo is killing Igbo people. What has Uwazurike did against it? You know this message, our Prime Minister have it already, but we are playing it here, analyzing it, because it has played right in front of you. Because any other person that will like to be thinking that anything is coming out from Uwazurike, you should know that Uwazurike is completely against Biafran restoration. Now, this man is wicked from pit of hell. Yes, not me. Then write comments. We are going forward. Uwazurike is jealous of Simon Ekpa because of what? He said that Simon Ekpa is making money. He is the founder of New Biafra after Ojukwu. And then Nnamdi Kanu was making money. Then he kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu, flogged him, and asked women to unite on his head, because he think that Nnamdi Kanu is making money. The same way he think that Simon Ekpa is making money. And Simon Ekpa is the one putting his own money. Nnamdi Kanu is the same one putting his own money. Uwazurike collected the same money from Nigerian government. God me. Then we continue. We finish it now.
Uwazurike. That's how it is. And I also read history. I didn't hear when people from Bamiyan came to the southeast here to kidnap people to sell. There are our brothers also who brought such people and went to the coastal area where the sheep were in order to sell them. So without our people here, maybe kidnapping or adopting their fellow men, taking them to such places, the liberal area, it would have been possible. So such things don't bother me. But before you complain, think of the one you have said to that person. When you say somebody is a pig, you want to make him angry. Then he says that his parents sold their own parents. He wants to make you angry too. So such things don't bother me. But before you complain, think of the one you have said to that person. When you say somebody is a pig, you want to make him angry.
Understand here now. Obasurike, this man Obasurike is just being rhetoric in his speech. Yes, Obasurike, people are judging you. Then Obasurike, when are you going to stop disgracing yourself? Nnamdi Kanu, Simon Ekpa, and the autopilot media team are bigger than what you think about them. Uwazurike Stella Ibem is telling you exactly that we are not miscreant. We are under critical analysis. Detective of crimes. Go back to Biafran government in exile. You will see capacities of human being who can psych. Uwazurike, the result has played here. And why did I stop? Why did I stop? You will see where Uwazurike is telling Nnamdi Kanu that if Asari Dokubo is against you, it is because you have said anything. You called him pig. That is why Asari Dokubo cannot behave like a man. And instead of that, Asari Dokubo, because Nnamdi Kanu called him pig, he wants to eliminate all Igbo people. Then listen from Uwazurike here now. You will hear it.
When he says somebody is a pig, you want to make him angry. Then he says that his parents sold their own parents. He wants to make you angry too. Then he starts flaring, forgetting the one you said. You wanted me to talk. I don't talk. You wanted me to say, I have nothing to do with Asari Dokubo. Certainly no. I have nothing to do with him, with all the things he's saying. How can you say Nnamdi Kanu cannot come out? For what? He must come out. Monkey no fine, but his mama like him. Why won't he come out? If you say that your parents sold my parents, I say my parents also sold their parents. You want me to talk? I think I don't talk now. Please don't tell lies with my name. Do your deal. If we talk of insecurity in the Southeast today, we know those causing them. Those who are bringing money, contributing money abroad, sending to our people here to be killed in order to kill people. Because when you kill, the security agencies will be looking for you, they will kill you. You kill Igbos, you are killed also as an Igbo man. Where have we gained? How has it helped the struggle? You ask yourself the contribution you are making.
Then, dear friends, we are coming to close the program. Uwazurike, our Biafra identity, Biafran Prime Minister, the good guy, ESN, is doing good job for our freedom within Nnamdi Kanu. Uwazurike, this is a very simple message from Gabriel James. You know, you said, Uwazurike, that those people fighting for the release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, you cannot even hear about them. And these are the people who is doing underground job. Uwazurike, you have not sent, we have not read any news, not from Sahara TV, Sahara Report, not from Punch, not from any newspaper that Uwazurike demanded for the release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. But the messages we used to read are that Simon Ekpa demanded for the release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And who is then fighting for Nnamdi Kanu release and the Biafran restoration, which Ojukwu started. Uwazurike is a shame. Then if Uwazurike is against Simon fighting the evil people in Igbo land, then he, Uwazurike, knows the evil going on by Asari Dokubo and the Nigerian military in our land. Chris, Uwazurike, when you will watch this movie, this program, these are all analysis from the people. You understand now? So, my fellow Biafrans, happy women, we are not fools. Uwazurike happy is telling you that we are not fools again. The creator of heaven and the earth will disgrace all against the Biafra. Uwazurike, because of you, they are saying this thing because we are not fools anymore. You know, a fool at 40 is a fool forever. You can fool for some people sometime. You cannot fool all the people all the time. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu say he will lead in front. And let slot be given to Simon Ekpa. And before he was leaving, he had 4 meetings with Sunday Igboho and the other leaders of Yoruba. And he said, if Yoruba want to join, you people should work with Simon Ekpa because he has what it takes to bring Biafra. Follow him, share his message, and that is what we are following. And then Nnamdi Kanu made us to understand that sit at home, which Uwazurike rejected today, is the thing that made the Nigerian government talking. News is talking that Nnamdi Kanu should be released. DOS says we should fold our hands and wait for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. When he come out, he will start what he started. He will continue from where he stopped. We should always be coming to meeting to donate money, which we don't know what to do with it. But we should not listen to the new dimension, which Nnamdi Kanu told us to listen to. For this reason, Uwazurike, we connected to there is one media that conducted referendum in Biafran land. The guy says that people, he himself doesn't want to sit at home. Then he put on a referendum in his own platform, Igbo Era TV. You know Igbo Era TV. Then when he put people under referendum for them to vote if they like sit at home, that vote, Uwazurike, in case you come across this video, the vote counted 83% against 17. 83% needed, 87% needed referendum, while 13% does not need 87% needed sit at home, and 13% does not need sit at home. Uwazurike, majority carry the vote, and the sit at home is the choice of all Biafrans. That's why you see sit at home going on. Then Diana says, Uwazurike, please cry us a river. Why? Uwazurike, please cry us river. Why are you fighting the good guy, our honorable prime minister, the man that knows the road? Uwazurike, you hear it? I just read it in case if you don't see the comment. Then those people supporting Uwazurike say, let him watch this program. It is only 4 hours. Gabriel James, yes, my brother. Bob Marley, sing it. If you can't fool the people, he say you can fool all the people all the time. You can fool some people sometime. You cannot fool all the people all the time. You cannot fool this generation now. You understand? This one, Simon Ekpa is leading. You can't fool them again. All hail Biafra, Prime Minister, good guy. We are hailing you. The good guy, ESN, all hail Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Shalom. Hi, All hail Biafra, Fafa Vision, Machineke. Thank you. Thank you. It's obvious now that he has collected the money to stop our seat at home for the release of Mazen Namdekan. He cannot stop it. We know when they collected 45 million naira to stop sit at home, they couldn't stop it. It is now they can stop it. They better Peter. Carnal man can't understand the spiritual things of Elohim except those who have a sound and pure heart without wrinkles nor spots on them can. Yes, because then Biafra spirit have left Uwazurike a long time ago. Our PM is a great man. He just want Uwazurike to come and confess, like Asare Dokubo and all the evil politicians in Biafran land. That is the real game here. That is the real game here. Sir P promised. He demanded this video for Uwazurike to come and confess so that we will know. And now all of you have seen it. Uwazurike, we analyze your video naked, and the result has played here through comment section. Only that I am the one that read it out. I read all the comments here, and all the comments here are the words of the gods, the mouth speakers of the gods. Indeed, all Biafrans joined together here has passed their own vote here now. Telling you, Uwazurike, that man is the good guy. In a simple mathematics, he is the good guy. So, Uwazurike, stop fighting against our PM because it cannot help you in anything. Here we bring this. This is how we started. This is when who is the man self that blessed Uwazurike here? Who is the man? Tell this man that the blessing given to Uwazurike does not count. It does not count because Uwazurike doesn't serve the interests of Ojukwu. Ndewo, Mazi Paul, kudos. All hail Biafra. What they don't know is bigger than them. Uwazurike, the man himself who is blessing Uwazurike this place should go and know if he do really bless Uwazurike with wisdom. Then this is one. We remove this one. Then Uwazurike will remove you here. Then this one we have to activate how we started. We need to activate it so that you will see how we start this thing today. And here it, IPOB, autopilot, DOS, Billion Human Rights. They said, urinate together, and when people urinate together, it will make up a foam. You can see it here. They said that it is easy to break one single broom, but when the brooms are together, it will be difficult for anyone to break a bunch of broom. It is here. In every ramification, there is no way it will be possible getting our freedom through division. The enemies are taking advantage of our disunity. Yesterday being December 27th, I spent time and listened to DOS. They have nothing to offer. The only thing they left in their mouth is come together. There is no way Igbo people, Biafrans, will make it without learning from their proverb. Anyukoma Miriono Oba Ofofo. Come together like a broom. Uku Azeza. Ade Kwembaji. And if Igbo people, Biafran people, believe human rights, DOS, autopilot, Masob, fail to come together and remove every manner of false allegation against them, their brother, the enemies will take advantage of your disunity. The enemies, the Fulanis, the Britons, they are enjoying your disunity. The disunity among yourself is a planned game. Divide and rule. The same divide and rule is what they used to divide Biafran territory, Port Harcourt, Calabari, all over place. They divide them. Later, Buhari said that they are only a dot. And inside the dot, they are in the circle. And that circle was found at Umunnochi, where Obasurike handed over to Fulanis. Buhari said they are in the circle of Ruga, the circle of division. That place Obasurike handed over to Fulanis is the center of Igbo land. The very center of Igbo land. That is the place Obasurike handed over to Fulanis. That's why Buhari said that they are inside the circle. They cause division between brother and brother. Brother and brother keep on fighting themselves, killing themselves for the enemies to have express way to drive inside the promised land. Aisha Buhari said that the Meetiala and the Fulani henchmen are not taking the right strategy to enter inside the promised land. That this is not the map and how they plan their system. That's why they remove the name Meetiala and they remove the name Fulani henchmen and they rename them to bandit, which Gumi finally said, you cannot vote anybody that will kill the bandits. The bandits has been baptized. Their original name was Fulani henchmen and the Meetiala. You can't hear this name again, but they have finally created division inside the family which Nnamdi Kanu created. Go to the ant and learn. Bible says, go to the ant and they learn. If you fail to learn from the ant, Ndi Igbo said, become like a bunch of broom. And you call my Meriono, Oba, Ofofo. We are 555 vision. Things that is await and things that is waiting for Igbo people is more dangerous than what they imagine. Igbo people has become the people that cannot do anything until they see that is after them. Ndi Igbo ada agba ọsọ mgbe ekwuru sị gbaba ọsọ. Ọ mgbe ihe na-egbu ha nọ ha n'ihu. That was the time Ndi Igbo ji ebido agba ọsọ. Fulanis are taking mighty advantage upon your division. And this division started when HOD, DOS instructed their zonal coordinators and the street coordinators to go and accuse Simon Ekpa. If DOS cannot summon courage and restructure their body, which telling the zonal coordinators and the street coordinators to go and restructure the damages which they caused early in the morning, it will be difficult for Igbo people to come together. The division among the family which Nnamdi Kanu created, IPOB, started by fighting Simon Ekpa illegally. And the Simon Ekpa have told you people, if you can come out and prove him with any single evidence, he will give off Biafra and he will tell you people you have won. And since the extradition of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, you people has not come up with one single evidence. I think Igbo people, Unuma, Ekwesiro, Ineji Ihere, Eluo, Okwara, you people supposed to be swallowing your spit out of shame. Inside every thinking and all ramification, Igbo people can never make it without coming together. We are 5-5 vision. We came to serve Biafra with 555 vision, and we are telling you the gospel truth. Without coming together, Belie Human Rights, Masob, DOS, Autopilot, I think we are still beating around the bush. And no need of beating around the bush. We love you all, and we will keep on telling you the truth. This truth we told you today, Eke, Orie, Afo, Nkwo is our witness. Elijah, Elisha, Jeremiah, Ezekiel, Daniel is our witness, and they back us up to deliver this message. Udo dịrị unu n'Eke, udo dịrị unu n'Orie, udo dịrị unu n'Afọ, udo dịrị unu na Nkwo.